Please tell me it's working. Please. Please. Pretty please. Are you working? Are we working? No? Ah, yes, thank you. I knew Tony was thank you, Lene. Thank you, T. Smiley, thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Tony just wanted me to restart the computer again. Anyways, good morning. I think maybe the reason why we maybe didn't work yesterday is because I ended the introduction music sooner than it should have been. Anyways, I don't know. But that's good. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. SGBX kind of looked like it, trying to curl up the bottom here. Looks a bit suspicious, but it's trying to curl. I just want to see if that thing can actually get back above that 200 EMA and if the volume kicks in. Right, so it does look a bit interesting. It's a bit. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So again, that thing needs to clear that 200 EMA before it's interesting. And then there are a whole bunch of names. Like there's so many names to watch um, that at this point we're gonna need to break something at the open. And then also C-pop looks interesting. AMPY looks interesting. The quite a few names. Quite a few names. No, 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 no. Here we go. I bet my wife you'd be late again today. I owe her a nice dinner. Goods. I'm glad you owe her dinner, Dan. There's nothing that gives me more pleasure than making sure that, you know, yeah. Anyways, goods, goods. That's yeah. I like it. Good, good, goods. Tell your wife, that made my morning. Good. Yes, of course. Perfect. Now we can start the day on a good note, as if it wasn't already a good note. Anyways, good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thursday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Mark, good morning. AOAK. Alex, good morning. Luna, good morning. Mayhem, good morning. Mike, good morning. Chance, good morning. Bailey, good morning. Emma, good morning. Matt, good morning. Daryl, good morning. Sock Monkey, good morning. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning. Marty, good morning. Chaos, please. You're getting those dips you've been waiting for, Mark. The dipskis. Dips. Lene, good morning. Amy, good morning. Prince, good morning. Good morning. Chris, good morning. Some of these names, when you say them once, it says good morning to like five different people. India, good morning. Salat, good morning. T, good morning. And then the names like, anyways, I won't judge your names. Rob, good morning. LT, good morning. Caitlin, good morning. Yesenia, good morning. Josh, are we ready? Regarding your warranty, no warranty, please. PEPG looks like it's finding a bit of a double bottom here, though, doesn't it? Right? A little bit of support of $5.60. We are below the 200 in the VWAP, so that those are always negatives. But it is maybe a bit of a base there. Maybe. Dean, good morning. Santiago, good morning. JCN, good morning. Devin, good morning. There goes PEPG. PEPG's like, yeah, show me the monies. Show me the monies. If I missed you, good morning, everybody. Joseph, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Good morning. SPRC looks good. We're going to need a breakout. I bet you we're either going to get a breakout from that name or it's going to be PSTV, right? So LAC has been good. LAC had a really good run actually this morning. Really good run. That thing was at 850. Can you imagine those calls at 850, Josh? Right. So pretty sweet run this morning on LAC. We knew this would be a slow, steady one. It's still higher than what we were looking at yesterday, though, even with the dip. There's a nice double bottom now above 650, so that's good. We do need to reclaim $7 here, though, with all those supply zones. Work is on the right hand side here. This was talked about in Discord, closer to 10 cents, and we needed that thing to stay above 10 cents. It looks like it's holding 10 cents. Your next resistance is 16 pennies. So as long as you stay above 10 cents, though, it should be a good thing. Alrighty. EVAX is another one that had a catalyst this morning. It's chilling above the 200 EMA. So if that thing can hold above the 200 EMA and break above 450, you might get a push closer to 480 to test the VWAP. So we're clearly, paying attention to this one as well. Again, obviously, PSTV has been nice this morning, right? Pretty nice. Look at that, right? So initial pop, dipski, continuation pops, right? PSTV has been really nice. The issue with this one is that it's found resistance at 70 cents now. So it needs to break 70 cents. Thomas, I just answered your question. Why is the market red? Any bad news? Pavan, don't think there's any bad news. I just think from a technical point of view, we needed to retest, right? So SPRC, like I said, I feel like it's gonna be SPRC, but it's gonna be PSTV at the open with the breakouts. SPRC is looking better, like getting closer to the breakout there. So we shall see if we can break and push into the supply zone. And yeah, virus. Good morning. Yeah, no. So the markets are selling off because everybody's been we've been expecting the dipskis. We should have kept those puts, virus. Right? We should have kept those puts. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, PSTV is dipping into the open. Let's see if that thing can get support closer to the VWAP. There's 59 to 60 cents. Alrighty, so we're gonna keep an eye on this one and SPRC, especially these two. And then there are a few names that we're gonna be looking at, obviously. So quite a few more. Alrighty, and Matt, good morning. Yeah, question for you guys going into the open though, with 4 minutes to go. What's your favorite stonk? I should have kept mini puts. I know. Yep, we knew this dip was coming. It's just the market's been super strong, so let's see. What's your favorite name going into the open? Open, SPRC, PSTV. Look at PEPG, guys. PEPG is actually doing okay, isn't it? So off that 560 support for PEPG and a bit of a pop, almost back to $6 here. So 40 cent pop off the bottom there for the PEP. Pep with the curl. Needs to clear that. Yeah, so closer to the 200 EMA, PEPG is going to have resistance. So the closer you get to 620, be careful, right? You could obviously see the demand zone, the consolidation, the curl, right? So this was good off the bottom for PEPG. The closer we get to this level, though, the more resistance you're going to have. So, and also you have this little double top on the left hand side, right? So that entire range is a problem. That entire range from like 605 to 620, be careful up there with PEPG. Cool. So try not to FOMO at the wrong time, because we're gonna have to pick you up from the bridge. PSTV is still dipping closer to the to that VWAP, so that's not a bad thing. SPRC, obviously we need the breakout. SGBX right below right below the 200 EMA. And LAC, maybe we come back and retest that 650 again into the open. So we're dealing with one of those mornings again, where like we have so many options and we need something to break out. We need something. Why is the market dipping? I never understand these questions. I never understand why people ask why the market dips. I never understand. Right? Because we watch the markets cook and cook and cook, and then everybody's like, but markets only go up, right? Let me take a look at ATCH. Markets only go up, right? Why is everybody spamming ATCH? Like, what is this doing? Chris? John? What's happening here? What's happening? Not There's literally nothing happening here. I will find all both of you. Well, below the 200, and you guys are like, look, 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 look. Meanwhile, you guys know how much I hate stocks below the 200 EMA. You know? Meanwhile, look at ATCH. They just slapped it. Right? Look at that. Market open slap. I will find you guys. Unbelievable. Okay, so the usual chaos. Like I said, I think SPRC or PSTV with the breakouts. SPRC is testing that resistance. Yeah. Seriously, virus. Seriously. So here comes a retest of the top of the range there for this one. So let's see if we can get a breakout. Retest of the breakout and go from there. PSTV is still dipping. So again, like I said, watch that VWAP there. So 59 to 60 cents. This one clearly isn't done yet, right? We're still really early, obviously. So, and I think both of these names will stand out. So for now, SPRC is like, hey, I'm the one. I'm the one. Yeah. So we need to break and close above $6 though. Alrighty. PEPG is playing with that resistance. Obviously, the bottom was nice, but we're playing with that resistance at the top. So 605 to 620 for PEPs, right? And LAC is holding the bottom of the range still, which is fine. You can see the double bottom for LACs, right? We're holding it for now, so that's good. We do need to get back above 7 though, right? Speaking of 7, here we come, right? LAC is like, hey, don't say too much. Don't say too much. Don't say too much. Boom skis. Don't say too much, guys. Don't say too much. I'm coming. LAC says, relax. 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 Anyways, Lax is gone skis. So we'll see if that thing can give us some higher lows though. Right? Give us some higher lows. EVAX, WOK still dipping, so nothing to see there. SPRC, you can clearly see that resistance, guys. Right? 610, especially at the open. Don't buy at resistance, please. PSTV is still dipping, right? If it's dipping, let it dip, right? We'll wait for the 200 EMA or something. So please, SGBX, doing better. ATCH, again, next time someone tells me that a stock is exciting below the 200 EMA, I will slap you. There goes ATCH, right? Testing the demand zone now. So it almost looks better now, right? So closer to 75 cents better. So for Chris and whoever else was asking, John, yeah, maybe better at 75 cents, but below the 200 EMA at resistance, I will find you. I will smack the rubbish out of you. Cool? Cool. I'm kidding, by the way. Let's move on. Let me take a look at CPOP because CPOP actually had some news, right? And it looks like it's testing the double top here. So maybe that name. So $1.85, $1.90 for your double top. Actually, that goes all the way across, right? That goes all the way across, and it is a double top. So we need to break about that for CPOPs. Alrighty, so I'm gonna move this line a little bit lower. I think there's a reason why we put that line there though, but I'm just gonna move it a bit lower. And then obviously you have the left-hand side level as well, right? So so it's gonna need to break above that if that's something you're interested in. The CPOP doesn't look bad at all though. Not bad at all. Good jobs. Yeah, a lot of you guys are doing really well with CPOP, so it would be nice if that thing broke out. SPRC, obviously, we keep talking about this one as one of the main plays. You can tell like the market just opened and everybody's like, okay, which one, right? SGBX has actually done really well with that bottom there, hasn't it? Right, so breaking above that 200 EMA. Do, 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 do. Uh, Okay, so CPOP still feeling at 610 resistance. WOK, not a whole lot going on there. PSTV, that 200 EMA level should be an okay level. Like we should be able to bounce up this level. Should, dirty word. PEPG is still in that same range, guys. We need to reclaim that 200 EMA. So we have a whole bunch of names that look, interesting, look good, but we need more violence. LAC is like, hey guys, I got you with the violence. I got you with the violence. So most of these names all look good, right? And for LAC, your next resistance will be closer to 720, 730. Alrighty, so if we can get to that level, that'd be nice. Anybody holding LAC in the chat? CPOP just popped to brand new highs of the day, which is nice, right? The CPOPs. The CPOPs. Maybe this candle will actually break out and close above. So again, $1.90, right? So see if we can actually close that candle above. CPOPs. There we go, $2. Do 204. 175. Good. 204. PSTV is still dipping. Like we're still playing with that 200 EMA circle, right? So that thing needs to give us a bit more juice than it's currently giving. Than it is currently giving. So and then back to CPOP. CPOP needs to close those candles above, right? Let me send out. One second. Why am I missing these ones? Okay. One second. Okay, so see if that candle can close above. CPOP, yeah, it looks like we popped above, but Pyro, good job. Good jobs. Good jobs. Good jobs. I like it. Good little scalpy. Good little scalpy. So I don't mind that thing dipping to where it's dipping to. Don't mind it dipping to where it's dipping to. Okay. SPRC, look at that. SPRC is like, hey guys, you guys knew I was the #1 stock, right? That was a good scalp, Rob. SPRC. That was a nice scalp. So we're venturing into that supply zone 650. This looks good though. Looks good. Looks good. 650. It's almost sitting there like it's halted up. Yeah. Of course. Of course it's halted up. Yep. Type yes in the chat if you're holding SPRC. Type yes in the chat if you're holding SPRC. Yep. So again, this was probably the number one name, right? So along with PSTV, PSTV is looking for a base and trying to curl, right? So both of those names, one's cooked and halted up. Let's see if the other one can follow. Alrighty. So again, congratulations. Most of you guys are in that one, which is beautiful. Which is beautiful. So, which is beautiful. SPRC. Yes, 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 Clay. I like it. I like it. I like it. PEPG just failed at that same resistance, so this shouldn't be a big surprise to anybody. We knew this level would be a problem, and it's just sitting there. So your support is closer to 560, and then we need to clear that resistance above 6. Alrighty. LAC is going to do the same thing. LAC has been quite annoying in the way that it moves. Today is not the first day. That thing likes to give you scalpies, but it's like up and down. You deal with it. So SGBX coming back down. CPOP is trying to break out again above $2. PSTV, it's nice that we're holding that 200 EMA, but that thing really needs to get moving to the upside. That's the problem with sitting below the VWAP, is you have other problems to deal with, right? So you have other problems to deal with there. So that thing needs to get moving. Otherwise, they're going to slap it, especially with SPRC looking like the better name now. So your next major resistance for SPRC will be obviously that pre-market high. So the closer we get to 7, more resistance you're going to have, obviously, right? So again, PSTV needs to get moving here, otherwise they're gonna slap it. Was not on the watch list. SPRC was not on the watch list. SPRC is the first name on the stream, Chris. When you look at the stream title, the first name on the stream title is SPRC, followed by PSTV, right? So cookies. Sold half at 629, another half at 650 at the halts. Let's go, Dean. Let's go. Congratulations. Right? You can see PSTV trying to fight, but that VWAP is going to be a nice obstacle. A nice obstacle there. So that thing will need to perform better than it is. Right? So it's nice that we bounce up the bottom there, but that volume needs to kick in. Cool. And then we're waiting for the on holds. Yeah. The most current watch list is Blazing Stream tied in order of importance. Yes, usually. And then C Pop is like, hey, add me in there, add me in there, please. Yep, exactly, Savoie. Exactly. PEPG again, you can see PEPG coming back to the bottom. Yeah. Oh, like a watch list from yesterday? Oh, I see. No. Again, like I know how much people love to have a watch list from the night before. People love that, right? Like it would be nice to have a list of stocks that you can know the night before that you can watch the next morning. I don't think that's the most important thing in the market. The most important thing is making sure your strategy is good, right? If you're going to war, you don't need to know the enemy you're going to fight tomorrow. We don't need to know the enemy. Who's the enemy? We don't care. All we need to know is that we're going to destroy them. Everybody screams, yeah, right? We don't need to know who we're fighting tomorrow. We just need to know that the gun is ready, the sword is ready, the armor is ready. That's all we need to know. That's it, right? That's it. That's it. So work on the strategy, right? Work on the strategy, and be ready for the next morning. That's it. So, right? That's it. We don't need to have a list of names like, okay, this is it. Tomorrow we need to know, because all we're trying to do is we're trying to be magicians at that point, right? We're trying to predict the future. Like, okay, tomorrow when we show up, this is going to be the one. It's not always going to be like that. And that's not important. We need to have a strategy like, okay, if this stock shows up or this one shows up, we don't care. This is how we're going to play with it, right? Work on the strategy. PSTV, that's your resistance at the top there, that VWAP. So we need to break above it. So 59 cents, we need to clear that. CPOP is having a hard time with that level, the $2 level. And then here comes the top name, right? SPRC, the Spatten stock, testing that resistance at $7. So we need to clear that. Ooh, that thing said, don't worry, don't say it twice. You don't need to tell me twice. I don't need a second invitation. Boom skis. Boom skis. Boom skis, guys. Boom skis. Boom skis. 722. 727. Boom skis. So we obviously had that 7 area, and then we have that 750 area, which it looks like we got really close to. Right? Yeah. uh world There we go. That was a beautiful breakout, by the way. It was a beautiful breakout. I like it. Right? Make sure you're paying yourself on the way up, guys. Right? Make sure you're paying yourself on the way up. Make sure you're paying yourself on the way up on these names, pretty please. There we go. Good job, T Mac. I like that. I mean, gains, right? Not the very top, but gains. Let's go, Clay. Come on now. Come on. This is just the beginning, Clay. Just the beginning. Everybody that we had a one-on-one with yesterday is cooking today. What's going on here? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Clay? What's going on? What's going on? Anyways, to see the stock channels in Discord, Matthew, the legend level. So legend. SPRC is cooking, cooking, cooking. Well done, Clay. Well done. Um, so 750 is 750-ish is our next resistance. Alrighty. So 750, we need to close above that level, and then we can go from there. Uh, the markets are dumping. That was why. Anyway, see out of it, Steven. Congratulations. Magic, Clay, magic. How come we have a one-on-one and then we start cooking? What's going on here? You're going to dislocate your shoulder. What's going on here, Josh? I'm kidding. What is the cost? Click on the link at the bottom. It's going to show you the different levels, Matthew. Click on that level, that legend level. Click on the Nightbot link. It's going to show you. Anyways, PSTV, we're not done with this one yet because we're holding that 200. The damn thing needs to clear the view app though. Like it really needs to clear that view app. Alrighty, needs to clear that view app. Needs to. So here we go, testing 59, kind of trying to. Would be nice if we broke out, so we could stop playing games here. SPRC has been really nice, but your next resistance is 750, obviously, right? But this was a really good breakout. Clay, right? Everybody, that was a really good breakout. So congratulations if you played with that. Now your next resistance is right there. So we need to clear that as well. Cool? Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Stephen, thank you. Welcome to the community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, this has been good. Really, really good run. Again, hopefully everybody made monies on SPRC, and stay green, please. Stay green, stay green, stay green. No, 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 no. By the way, if you are a GOAT member or a lifetime member or a GOAT VIP member, there's a legend, there's a GOAT chat in Discord right underneath Stock General. Ready? So that's just more for more education, right? So um, I kind of need you guys to not suck, you know. Um, so again, the whole idea behind that is just to extend the education, right? That's it, right? It doesn't really change anything in Discord other than give you guys, like, if you are a Gold member, a lifetime member, a Gold VIP member, it gives you like more ways to learn, right? Gives you more ways to learn, like to see more of like what we talk about on the one-on-ones, right? So again, it's nothing crazy. It's just more opportunities there. Alrighty, because again, I feel like the more you guys interact and ask for help, the more you're gonna improve. So I kind of need to see that. Um, alrighty, that's all that channel is for. So it's not for spamming and posting rubbish in there. It's just simply just for education and asking for help. Alrighty. Anyways, we're at 59 cents now for this one. We need to reclaim that 60 cents. Um, So again, we're just playing games here with PSTV. So that thing really needs to get to, to breaking and actually closing above. Um, mm, mm. Is that a block? A little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. PSTV. Come on now. You can do it. You can do it. So it does need to close above that 59 cents. Does need to close above that level. So that 59 is going to be a problem. It is a problem, right? So 59 cents is your resistance. Whether you're looking for 60 cents, 59 cents, same. Yeah. Go Chat is a living notebook with examples. Exactly. So that's the whole idea. Alrighty. So if you have questions, ask in the Go channel. If you are a Gold member, don't ask me silly questions though. Like I need charts. Like if you're asking for an entry, I need charts. I need you to do more of the work. Alrighty. SPRC is halted down. Alrighty. So SPRC is halted down. Again, this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. Like, this should not be a surprise to anybody. That was a beautiful run. A beautiful run and a stall at resistance in a supply zone, right? So this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. No one should be holding a bag on this. If you are, you're just not using stop losses. So we'll hold it down. That's okay. See if we can, retest $6, the actual breakout, like we always do every time, right? We break above a key resistance level, we tend to come back and retest our level. So let's see if we can retest and hold it. Let's see. Uh, yeah, Luda, keep it simple. Don't make me find you. I know where you live. Resistance. There we go. So again, for now, we failed at 60 cents resistance, guys, and then came back to the same range again, right? For PSTV. So that thing really needs to like start curling up here and actually doing something proper, some proper things, you know. CPOP clearly a little bit, a lot of weakness. This one came all the way down again, and it's going back all, up again. Like that's just LAC. That's what LAC does, right? LAC just likes to play games, games on games. Uh, when he responds, please understand that many questions could be answered via very every asking. Yep, Josh, absolutely, absolutely. I'm a big fan of um I think the for people that have done this, like for some time, there's struggling involved, right? So there's pain, the emotions, just chaos, So I'm a big fan of Messi. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I will go above and beyond for the people that put in the effort, but for the people that don't and they ask questions like, is it time to buy? Do I sell now? Then I know, I'm like, okay, the first thing I want to do is slap you, slap. So stuff like that annoys me. But anyways, SPRC is on halted. So let's see if we can stay above that, that retest level, right? See if we can hold this little range here. Yeah, exactly. See if we can hold that range. LAC is almost back to $7, guys. Like it's just all over the place. But it's been a good swing play though. Definitely a good swing play. $7. Josh is smiling with these calls he's holding, Yep. AK. Is it good to buy now? I mean, it would have been good to buy closer to $6. AK. That was your retest, right? Retest of the support. Retest. When's PSTV gonna actually do something like break resistance? We can catch the bottom, but the damn, come on, do something, do something. AK. Your entry was closer to $6 for SPRC. Closer to six. There goes 660. What price and exits in 5 minutes, George? I know, right? Uh, here comes Dan, guys. Here comes Dan. Okay, there goes another retest of that sixth level. Here we go. No, I know you're joking. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, so closer to six. As much as I rose place, done out of love, absolutely. You won't find a more caring person. I'm waiting for the roast. He's great, but you have to do the homework. Absolutely. Wow, there's no roasting here, guys. No roasting. Wow. What happened? Dan's wife must have beat him this morning. I think that's what happened. Let's go. High five to Dan's wife. Let's go. Love it. Dan, thank you for the super chat. And absolutely, I agree. Right. And Dan will tell you, and people like Virus and Josh and most of you will tell you, you have to put in the work, right? This is like every other thing else, that you do in life. You have to watch the videos, you have to ask questions, you have to put in the work. Um, you know, the downfall for most people is thinking like, okay, everybody's making money, I can do it too, right? You look at people like Yogi and Daniel, and you're like, dang, the daily goal is $3,000 a day. Okay, I can do that too, right? You have no idea that these guys have done it for 20 years and or 10 years, and or they've lost monies or they've been through chaos, right? So you can't really. It's not really comparable. Come on, PSTV. Can we break out, guys? Can we break this 59 cents? Are we asking for too much? Are we asking for too much? We're not, right? Just go boom skis. Where's make somebody make the phone call? 59 cents, 60 cents. Strong resistance. Strong resistance there. So we need to clear that level. And we're just going back and forth here, which is kind of annoying now. Again, this is, when I tell you guys that the VWAP is a problem, this is what I mean, right? This is what I mean. Like, playing with stocks below the VWAP will always be complicated. Like, look at this. That's the stupid VWAP, right? Why do we keep failing there? Because we can. So when I say we need to clear the VWAP and the 200 EMA and all of these things, it's because of stuff like this, right? You can catch the bottom like we did, right? We know where that bottom is going to be at. We just don't know where the boom, if it's going to go boom skis, right? So again, if you are in a position and you're selling at 59 cents, you're selling at the resistance, there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with taking gains at resistance. Hopefully it breaks out, but damn. Anyways, LAC is retesting the top of the range again, guys. We mentioned that 727.30, so here we go again, right? So the LAC is looking good. SPRC, we talked about looking for potential plays closer to $6. We are holding that $6 for now and back to 660, 650. So it is trying. It is trying. It is trying. There we go, 660. Well, almost. There we go, 665. Perfect. Right? We are trying. We are trying to hold the retest. There we go, 660. Right? So every time we break out, we expect it to come back and retest that level, and that's exactly what's happened with SPRC, right? So retest of the breakout right there, retest it, and then pop. AK is smiling because she's in and she's making monies. So ignore her smile. We can see it all the way from Canada, Bitcoin is kind of annoying. In fact, the whole markets, yeah. Dang, those puts. Dang, those puts. Should have kept those puts. Oh my days. They slapped the markets. They slapped everything. Yeah, I don't like how, Bitcoin will follow on the big red days like this. Don't like that. But I guess that's the way the cookies, whatever people say. La. Come on, PSTV, give us something. Give us the boom skis. SGBX has done a good job actually of holding the bottom. Like, done a really good job here. SGBX, really good job. So congratulations if you played with that thing off 850. Yeah, what's interesting is yeah, it stayed above the bottom of the range the whole time too. Yeah, which is nice. You're thinking of risking a position in CPOP? Thinking of risking a position? Yeah, I can see what you're looking at, right? Just keep in mind that is like you're more so looking for double bottom than a strategy, right? Which is fine. As long as we stay above $1.38, that's not a bad risk, right? I'd rather you risk it there with the tight stop loss than FOMO at the top and then hold the bag, right? So, and then for LAC, you can clearly see that resistance at the top, right? You can clearly see that resistance. So if this is a scalp, well, you're scalping, right? If it's a scalp, you're scalping. SPRC is looking nice, isn't it? So actually, I completely forgot to. I think this is going to be the problem with some of the yeah, that's going to be the problem with some of like me. Anyways, is I'm gonna forget to post stuff and Right? Yep. So SPRC is looking very nice, isn't it? Very nice. Very, very nice. La, 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 la. Very, very nice. Again, if you bought this thing closer to $6, guys, congratulations. Beautiful, right? Congratulations. That was beautiful. Type yes in the chat if you bought the dip on SPRC. Type yes in the chat if you bought the dip. Type yes in the chat if you bought the dip skis. Uh, $7 resistance. Yeah, so $7 resistance then. Virus, I'm gonna find you. I know where you're flying to. Rubbish. Let's go, Demon. 710. Congratulations. Well done. Good jobs. Yeah, C-pop is still sitting in that same range there. PSTV, right? We just couldn't break out. The VWAP is a problem, guys, right? The VWAP is a problem, is a problem, is a problem. So, yep. LAC, double tops, SPRC is definitely the one, but then resistance. Will, at this rate, Will, at this rate, we're gonna be taking you to the Lambo dealership, at this rate. At this rate, Will. Cook. So another $1,200, right? That Gold VIP membership was paid for, since 1967. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. But good job. Good jobs, good jobs, good jobs. Good jobs. Love it. No, absolutely, absolutely. There we go. Beautiful, guys. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding type yes in the chat if you're still holding SPRC, guys. Type yes in the chat if you're still holding this. This was beautiful, by the way. Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful, guys. Beautiful. Beautiful. Here we go. Beautiful. 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 And we're halted up, by the way. We're halted up. Halted at the double top though. Right? So that's the downside. Halted up. Beautiful. Let's go. 2 in a row, Clay. 2 in a row. What happened? Are you a gold member? Oh, yes. I'm telling you, if you're not a gold member, guys, a gold VIP member, you're missing out. Alrighty? Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Congratulations, everybody. Congratulations, congratulations. Yeah. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Let's go. Love it. Love it, T. Well done. Love these scalps. That was easy monies if you were a gold member. Easy monies. Pretty easy monies. Somebody tell me I'm wrong. Right? Pretty easy monies. So if you've had a one-on-one or you're in the gold channel, this was posted in there. Right? So as the strategy. Right? So easy monies on that. SPRC's been number one and it's still number one. Right? So we now have that double top at 750. I mean, that candle technically broke above it, but it halted. So we didn't quite get the close. So now we're just waiting for the close on SPRC. Right? Pure magic, Cliff. Pure magic. Keep cooking, please. Ah. There we go. Demon? Yeah. Something different. But that membership is sold out though. The gold membership is sold out. The only one that's available is the gold VIP. Porsche. Major issues. AMG GT, but unreliable. AMG GT. You know what color is nice on that, Josh? The green one. I think that's the one they had in Vegas, right? The green one. Courageous, give me a high five. Well done. 626, right? Again, we mentioned this earlier, right? Close to $6 is your play, right? Close to $6 is your play for SPRC. That was your entry, right? And if AK is buying, maybe it's a good thing because AK is a criminal. So a retest of a breakout, right? Every time we break above resistance like this, we tend to come back down and try and use that level for support. And then boom, skis. So now we're just waiting for the on halt on this. Yeah. Yeah, same range, right? AK. I think we mentioned 54 to 50 cents, right? So same range. It's doing the same thing that we were looking at. Howard, you just found the channel. How do you sign up? If you want to join us in Discord, Howard, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and become a Legend Pro, or a Gold VIP member. One of those three levels. Alrighty. So click that link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot and come join us. Cool. Yeah, the markets are bouncing nicely there. Yep. That was your second scalp as well. Love it. Well done. Love it. Waiting, waiting. Waiting, waiting. Uh, but still learning, Daryl. Good, good. It's a process, right? Yeah, good, good, good. Learn, learn, learn. My only concern for SPRCs that were halted at the double top. That's always my concern. Right? But it's gone. That thing said, "Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Don't be concerned. Don't be concerned, guys. Don't be concerned. I got you. I got you, guys. I got you. I got you. I got you, guys. I got you. I got you, guys." SPRC says, "Don't be concerned. Boom skis, guys, and flying, flying. Oh my days, we are flying, flying, and what? And thrust. Woof, woof. My goodness, unbelievable." Again, if you are in a position, make sure you're scaling out on the way up, guys. right? Scale out on the way up, scale out on the way up, scale out on the way up. Please move the stop losses up. This was easy monies, easy monies, easy monies. Boom skis. So move those stop losses up because at some point we're gonna come back for another retest. uh, there we go. So one second. There we go. You sold around 850 AK. Give me a high five. Well done. Well done. Good job, everybody. Again, that retest of $6 was perfect, right? The breakout, nice, and then the boom skis. So now let's see if we can reclaim. I kind of have that line at 830, but I almost want to move that line to 850. Um, and you can always change those levels, right? Depending on how you see it performing. Some work at some point, Josh. Yes, please. Yes, please. Yeah, so let's see if we can close above 850. LAC, again, LAC is just going to do its thing, right? Same resistance as we've had the entire morning. So, yeah, CPOP, weakness, right? This is the danger, gods and kings, of going against the strategy, right? So, is you have to know that it's a bit more of a gamble than anything else, and that's okay, right? SPRC has been the king from the open till now, so looking very good. Looking very good. Let's see if we can close above 850 here. Alrighty. See if we can close above 850 here. 850. Good jobs. Um, type yes in the chat if you like the goat chat in Discord. You have to be a goat member to type yes, but just do it anyways. Type yes in the chat if you like that channel. Yeah, so use that for questions, right? We've already posted a few names in there, and yeah, there you go. Good, good. Yeah. So that again, the idea is just to extend that education, right, and give you clear put entry spots based on on what we talk about. So um, yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so that 850 is your next resistance, obviously, right? Especially when you see those candles stalling up there, it's a problem. Now we almost want to come back and retest that 750. I'm not sure if we're gonna get there, but that would be a good spot to be, to get back and retest like we did the first time, right? The other retest. Now this would be the next level to retest, right? That thing might have so much momentum though that we don't get there, but we'll see. See where we decide to consolidate. Watch for a retest of 750-ish if we get there. Mark says yes to go chat. Daily Go met on SPRC. Love it. Thank you. Love it, Mark. Well done. So here comes a retest of 750 as expected, right? As expected. Retested and halted down. So there's nothing you can do, right? 750 is, yeah, but it's halted. So at this point, you have to wait. Yeah. Yes. So halted at 750. Demon. So the benefit of the Goat VIP is that it gives you one-on-ones, and yeah, and we'll talk about the entry spots, yeah, and then we'll post some other stuff as well. Alrighty. Yeah, halted down. But again, you could see the resistance and the stalling, and you should have a stop loss. Like if we go from $8.90, guys, 890 to 750, and you don't have a stop loss, you are greedy. You are very, very greedy, and you need a slap. Is that simple? Ready? Yeah. See, I halted down. Mm, mm, mm. Uh, halted down. There we go. NUAI. Okay, let's take a look. Thing, I'm impressed by the way that thing is holding up there. NUAI. Not bad. It's a nice little base there above $1.20, Josh. And then obviously that resistance. This one almost needs to gain a bit more attention to break out. I think the good thing for this one is that it's been running for multiple days now. Like yesterday, we were talking about this one in below a dollar, right? Yesterday, and the day before that. Actually, the day before that, we were drawing lines higher. But yeah, nice pump on this one. So yeah, 120 support for now, and then 130 ish resistance. Interesting. Super chat from Thomas. Thomas says I sold at 805 and made $2,700. Woo wee, Thomas, $2,700. Ooh wee. Congratulations. Like I said, we were looking for a retest of 750, but it's halted. So at this point, Thomas, you just have to wait. Like we honestly just have to wait. Right? We really just have to wait and see if it bases above 750 or if we go back and retest $7. Right? So at this point, it's not quite clear yet. Right? Again, Thomas, become a member. You just made $2,700. Come join us in Discord. You're gonna benefit from Discord. Alrighty. And if you really don't know like what you're looking for entries, become a GOAT VIP member. That's gonna really help you. Anyways, how many jobs pay like that? Exactly, right? Exactly. Which job do you go to that pays you $2,700 in 30 minutes? 30. No, Eddie, it's halted down 750. Good morning, John. Yeah, yeah. Let's go. Don't forget to smash the like, guys. Again, if you haven't already, please smash a like, hit that subscribe if you're new, and if you're not a member yet, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots, and come join us in Discord. Alrighty. Let's see. I have to cancel my previous stop loss and then make a new one, but I've caught where the stock drops fast and la, 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 la. Yeah, that might just be your broker, William. So my broker doesn't like. I can go in and change and edit the stop loss, so the other one stays, and then I can add the new one. But yeah, so you might either need to change the broker or you just need to, yeah, yeah. Uh, Open, feel a bit more confident. Yeah, just again, hopefully you learn from the mistakes, right, Thomas? That's all you can really ask for. Learn from the mistakes and move on, right? Don't lose all that monies again. Yeah. I use TD, William. Yeah. So if I go in to change my stop loss, it will let me change, like edit or change. So then the old one stays until I add the new one, and then the new one takes place. So here comes a retest of that 750, guys. Right? We know 750 is an important level, right, for a retest because it was a breakout. The question now is, can we consolidate in this range? If we can, that'll be perfect. Right? So 750. It had to come back to 750 at some point, and it looks like it's not even gonna, waste too much time there. That thing said 750. I hope you are ready. I hope you are ready. Because little scalpies there. That's an impressive bounce from the S&P. Impressive. 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 Look at that. So again, we knew 750 would be a spot, right? It just happened too quickly. Some of you couldn't get in, right? So But for now, it's holding 750, and that's all that matters, right? We were basically doing the same thing we always do: breakout, retest, break and retest, and break and retest, break and retest. So now we're back. We've gone from 750 back above $8. So nice pop. Again, LAC is a nice stock, right? Slow and steady. You're calling Canada it's moving too slow. If it can break above 730, maybe Josh, it'll actually gain some momentum, right? Look at that, guys. SPRC is perfect. Woo, perfect. When like how like people like if you go on a date, someone's gonna say, what's your turn on? Is that something people ask on dates? Anyways, I would say my turn on is when the candles work as they're supposed to. When the candles do what they're supposed to. You know, it is hot. Yeah, that's it. I mean cookies too, but when the candles do what they're supposed to, is nice. You know, yeah. Anyways, so again, 750 bounce, $8.50 resistance, right? So we're going back and forth in that range. Thomas, we talked about 750. You missed it, right? So because it happened too quickly, right? Now you need a break and close above 850. Alrighty, then we can push for $10. So yeah. Uh, Anyways, Nicole says, "Hi, I'm new. Mommy looking to make some extra monies." Sounds good, Nicole. Welcome to the community. Let us know if you have any questions. For now, our favorite stock of the day is SPRC, right? It's been from the very beginning, and it's done really well, right? Perfect chart, higher lows, perfection. So in order for this thing to run more, we need to close above 850. If we don't, we're gonna go back to 750. Alrighty. So clearly you can see those little circles, right? 750, 850. So we need to close above. PSTV is the other one that we talked about, right? This one's been annoying, but it's still in that same stupid range, right? So 54 to 50 cents, we're still holding that silly range. So we need to stay above it. So stay above 50 cents, and this one is still, potentially in play, even though we're below the 200 now as well. So still in play. Cool, 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 cool. I know you have been. Only charts, please. Only charts. XXII. This one had a massive run once. It was amazing, amazing. Pyro, I like it. Well done. Uh, yeah, and then it looks like you're approaching 210 for a bit of resistance there. All right, that's a nice pump though, Pyro. Good job on that. Good job on that. Two, 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 two. There we go. So yeah, 220 resistance. Okay, let's go back to SPRC. SPRC. Look at LAC, guys. Look at this, Josh. Look at this silliness, right? It's the same rubbish, right? Can you guys tell now why we hate the VWAP? Can you guys tell? Can you guys tell? How many stocks have we looked at that have failed at the VWAP, guys? Look at this again. LAC is failing at the VWAP. It looks like a level, but it's really the VWAP, right? Like this is a problem. That little red line you see, that's your VWAP line, right? So why is that a problem? Well, because it is a problem, right? Because it's a problem. So when we say be careful of the VWAP and the 200 EMA, that's what we're referring to. PSTV was still in that same range, guys, 53 cents. And then SPRC is still the top name, right? So nothing's really changed yet. Nothing at all. Nothing. Nothing has changed. Here we go. Here we go. So yeah, we need to break and close above that 850 for that next run. Yeah. Yep. ZVVAPS. Yeah, that was a nice little bounce of the markets there. Nice bounce. Can we go from red to green now, though? Or are we asking for too much? Sean, I'll take a look in a second. Ready? I want to see what happens. Yes, at 850. 850, and then again, PSTV really trying, really trying. It's like this is the best I can do. I'm trying. So I definitely wouldn't be getting into I would not be getting into a brand new position below 850 there, guys. Right? Especially when we're really close to 850, I'd be very careful because we could easily drop to 750. So be very careful, please. Ready? And speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Oh, yup. Right? So when you see resistance, you don't go buying. Right? You're gonna get entered. So 850 resistance, and then we have support closer to 750. So when you're looking for support, you also don't just buy because we got to 750. You have to wait for that consolidation. Make sure the candle holds, right? So for now, see if those candles keep closing above 750. So we're basically in that range for now, 750 to 850. So we're gonna need to keep holding the 750, which is not bad, right? You did 760. Okay, I mean you're green, right? You're even green. So, and you're getting in closer to support. So it's gonna play some games there, and hopefully it bounces back up. Cool. Definitely better than 850. Right? Definitely better. There it goes. 740. We're gonna play games here at this 750 level for a second. Games on games on games. And again, so this is why though we talk about waiting for consolidation, right? Wait for that consolidation. We need to see it actually hold that level, find a base before we make that decision, right? So because why? We're halted down at 716, right? It's halted down now. So again, this is why consolidation is important. You have to wait for it to if I mean unless you want to, right? I still think you're going to be okay. But if you want to be safe, you have to wait for it to actually show you that it's consolidating, right? Maybe now PSTV is going to, take over. Maybe. Again, we posted that signal in Discord. The entry was 54 to 50 cents, right? And the stop loss was 49.99. So it's still just holding the same range for the signal, right? And trying to bounce, but it is annoying. So it needs to reclaim the 200 and the 50 right where it's sitting at now at 50, right below 55 cents. Done for the day. Have a great day, Floyd. Chat soon. So yeah, SPRC is halted down, guys, at a 7.16, and then PSTV needs to reclaim 55 cents then to look better. LAC is lacking the juice. PEPG is just there's been no reason to look at this today, especially below the 200. And then XXII Raven's been spamming this and it's done quite well. Now you're in that supply zone and dipping, but done well. EVAX, we had EVAX on the list in the morning, right? It just hasn't done anything, but it finally looks like, what's interesting, guys? Look at this. EVAX is also fighting with the damn VWAP, right? What's wrong with the VWAP, right? When your stock is below the VWAP, you're fighting a battle, right? Look at this thing. Below the VWAP, it's struggling all morning. So, and now it's trying to reclaim it, and it's a double top, or whatever you want to call it. So it doesn't look bad. It definitely doesn't look bad. It just needs to reclaim that level. So the bottom was nice. It needs to break out. Did the candle stop? It's halted. Howard says, I started day trading 2 months ago, and I've learned more in these 15 minutes than I have in 2 months. Howard, absolutely, right? Absolutely. Like I always, we like to joke around, but we also teach a lot and we learn a lot, But we're definitely gonna joke around though. Howard, if you join again, click the link, come join us in Discord, watch the classes, and you're gonna learn so much more. Especially if you've been trading for 2 months. Oof, right? Become a member, come join us in Discord, right? and you're gonna learn a lot more from the videos and the members and whatnot. So yeah. Uh, there you go. Yeah, don't sign up for the levels that say sold out, guys, or do not buy. Please, pretty please. It's sticky. Check SPRC. So far, are you watching the same stream that we're watching, or you're watching a different one? Maybe you're watching the thrust stream. We've been talking about SPRC the entire morning. So what am I checking out? Yeah. How many people do you watch, Jason? What are they doing? It lagged. Okay, yeah. Just make sure you're up to date. Uh yeah. Yeah. Don't buy the level that says so. Oh, buy the level that. Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah. Don't buy the level that says sold out, please. Please. It says sold out for a reason. Pretty please. So we're waiting for SPRC to be unhalted here, and let's see if we can reclaim 750 or go closer to $7, right? Or yeah, let's see. Already 3 months ago. Good job, Arya. Good job. Well done. Quite a few of you guys made some really good monies on SPRC, which is beautiful, beautiful, right? I think we're all kind of getting to the same page now, and I'm gonna keep saying this, right? As this stock is unhalted now, right, let's see if we can reclaim 750, right? We've said this since the very beginning, right? If you show up at the open and you're not sure which name to watch, if you show up at the open, you're like, okay, which stock? The one you watch is the one that's breaking resistance, right? We clearly broke above resistance at the open for SPRC, so you better not be watching anything else. I will find you. Alrighty, so the one that you pay attention to at the open is the one that's breaking resistance. If it's not breaking resistance, you stay away. Of all the names that we looked at this morning, one name broke resistance, SPRC. That's the one you watch. So that halt, we're trying to reclaim 750 here. Trying to. So we're back to 760, 762. So yeah, those halts kind of mess up the plan, right? They go 770. Because technically we reclaimed, without that hold, we reclaimed 750 right away, which is a good thing. But we'll see if these candles can hold above. For now, it's still 750, and then you're looking for closer to 680, 690. So here comes 780 though. There you go. So a little bouncy. 780. What's the peak amount for now? 850. We need to, if we can close above 850, then we'll look for a new peak amount. So that's kind of how we do it, Nicole. We don't want to be predicting the future because no one's a magician, right? So yeah, if at some point we can reclaim 850, then okay, we can look for $10 potentially. Spikes. Virus is gonna put you in a timeout. Let's see. XXII. Okay, can we get a just be mindful. If we start getting lower highs and we're breaking below those previous lows, you want to be careful with SPRC, please. Already. So just make sure you have a plan. A Western omelet, bacon, garlic hash. So good. You know, yeah. Josh? We're gonna need to send Dan some pictures, some pictures. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Unbelievable. Who eats like this in the morning, guys? Who does this? Who does this? Who does that, guys? Like who does that? Unbelievable. 775. Come on now. 780. 783. Can we get more boomskis? 784. Me. BKKT. Yeah, there's been a lot of hype for BKKT. Um, BKKT is like a nice has like a nice connection to a lot of like potential, AI, crypto, which is nice, which is very very nice. We need to get back above that little downtrend here. You can see the downtrend, right, for SPRC. We need to reclaim that. Otherwise, we're gonna get some redness here. So be careful, please. Right, have a plan. We need to break above this downtrend that we're forming. We need to get above. We need to get above. Here we go. 790. We need to get above. We need to get above. So looking promising now. Looking promising. No. Here we go. Here comes $8. Here comes the $8. So $8 test of the downtrend. Come on now, you can do it. Yeah, come on. If you're still holding SPRC or you bought the Dipski, type yes in the chat. Right? If you bought the Dipskis or you're still in, type yes in the chat. Lisa, yeah, just be ready. Just be ready because that $8 is gonna act as resistance. Then you sold a 785. Good job. I wish that line was in there. I wish that line was in there. I think we could push a lot more if that line was in there. But now we need to close above the line. So this candle will be really interesting. So just be ready. Right. So again, 750, close to 750 has been a good spot for the second time, right? And then 50 cents push, right, to $8. The problem is we're creating new resistance levels, right? It's not as easy as just pushing back to 850. Is now we're creating a downtrend, so we need to break that downtrend. Alrighty, so just keep that in mind. Cool. So you can clearly see the downtrend here, right? So every time we hit this line now, we tend to trend down. So we're slowly trending down here. So you just need to keep that in mind. And look at that. Look at those candles, right? They're like, hey, we have a problem. What I do like those that were creating a demand zone, but still, like, look at that. Look at that nasty candle, guys. Right. So again, I like that we are creating a demand zone though at 750, which is good. Alrighty. So if we can hold that level, we should be okay. Should be okay. We just need to close that candle above. That candle's like, hey, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. Here we go. Moment of truth, guys. Moment of truth. The moment of truth. Good. That's a good scalp, Chris. It's a very good scalp. The moment of truth. Does box light have potential, Marco? What's your entry, Marco? Yeah. Don't get me in trouble, Mark. Don't get me in trouble. Don't get me in trouble. Okay, can we go from red to green for SPY? PTNM. 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 Dean, what's your position for Pally? If you have a question, guys, give me some help me out, right? Can you imagine if I looked at every ticker that someone asked me in the chat? Can you imagine? Right? I would have already been running around looking at three tickers. Right? If you have a question, like actually help me out with the question, right? I have a position in this already. I'm looking for an entry. I'm thinking this. What do you think? Right? Help me out. Otherwise, I'm just gonna skip over your question. Sorry. Let's go. Just wait till virus lands, and is ready to cook. Yeah. Then virus will yup. Option signals would be nice. Options alerts. We do have that option signal channel. XXI looks like it's curling. Pyro, you got rid of it though, right? You sold. You took the monies and ran. True. For some reason, was stuck to this downtrend line here for SPRC. Stuck to it. Look at that VWAP, guys. Remember EVAX, right? Look at that. That VWAP line, 470, a lot of resistance. It is creating higher lows, like we're creating a bit of an uptrend, which is nice, right? Like which isn't horrible, you know. But at the same time, it's like it needs to break the top there if it wants to cook. If it wants to cook, if we can just close above $8 here, that would be nice for SPRC. Just close above $8, like Michelin star chefs. Absolutely. I'm sitting taller today. It's because my real height is like closer to 7. OT says, I tend to sell my positions too early. How should I know when the stock is truly going down? OT, well, you will. Obviously, when you look at stocks don't only go up, right? The way that you tell that a stock is potentially, gonna keep going up, you're gonna have to risk some of the gains, though. So you're basically looking for higher lows, right? So again, when it goes up, you have to expect that it's coming back down at some point to retest. If it gives you a higher low, that's perfect, right? So again, like 20 to 50% of the last run, right? Oh my days. Oh my, it's Mindy. Let's go, Mindy. We'll come back in a second, right? So OT. So what you're looking for is you're looking for the higher lows and the higher lows, right? You can't expect the stock to just go straight off up, right? So you have to expect that and if it is trending up and it's giving you the higher lows and breaking the previous highs, that's how you know. But you have to be willing to risk some of the gains. That's gonna be the only way you do it. Alrighty, Mindy, do you remember SPRC? Let's go, Mindy. How are you? Let's go. Let's go. It's good to see you. How are you? How is how's the how's the family? What happened to my membership? I gotta fix that. Yeah. Well, your membership expired? I can't see it on my end because you have the blue name. The blue name. Mindy, how are you? How's the family? How's your mom doing? To 2020? Yeah. I see. I meant to message you because yeah. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Congratulations, Mindy. Let's go. Let's go. Come on now. See, we need to bring Mindy's baby on stream. And yeah, do it, Mindy. Just for you. Mindy's the only one that's allowed to do the sold out. Yeah, you can. Yes, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, so my problem with SPRC is now we have that supply zone that isn't too far away, and we're kind of trending down, and we're getting some lower highs, right? So that's the problem with this one now. So you want to be careful when you see stuff like this happening. Again, this stock has been amazing today, right? You guys have all made monies on this, right? But now that we're getting those lower highs, just be a bit more cautious, please, and make sure your stop losses are higher. Alrighty? Yeah. No, it worked. You should be good to go, Mindy. You should be good to go. SPRC is halted down, by the way, right? So this was good, but now we're halting down. Yeah, you should be good to go. Yeah. Yes, 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 yes. What did you end up naming your baby, Mindy? I think I know the name, but yeah. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. PSTV is still just holding that 50 range, the low 50 range. Oh yes, Cal. Very cool. Very very cool. We need to find a stock that's called Cal. Yeah. So as long as PSTV stays above that 50 cent level, you like what it's doing. Yeah, it's completely okay. You're still below the 200, the 50, and the VWAP, so that's a problem. But as long as you stay above 50 cents, there's a potential. There's a chance there. Alrighty, there's a chance. Cool. Again, Pep is trying to curl a little bit. LAC has been really good, but super super slow. So no real breakouts. And then obviously SPRC is halted down some. Kind of feels like we're going into lunchtime, doesn't it? But not really. Kyle is below the 200 EMA. Is it actually a stock? Yeah. We've been cooking, Mindy. Cooking. 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 Last month we had a stock that went up. What was it again? 5,000%. 5,000% in one day. So imagine the chaos in one day. Not like 2 days, not like 3 days, not a week, one day, right? Yeah. Let's see. Cal. I just want to look. Matt, just because there is a stock called Cal. It is below the 200. Huh. I mean, it's kind of sitting in a demand zone, isn't it? And maybe Mindy should buy one share of this, just because, just one share. That stock was once at $45. I mean, it kind of depends what they do too, though. It might be a horrible company, but anyways, we need something else to break out. PSTV, I honestly would not mind if that thing broke out. I would not mind. Um, yeah, Octo. There was Octo, and then there was yeah. So OCTO, and then they did the name change. Chloe. Yeah, we've just been stocking up on Bitcoin and XRP in the house, buying some S&P. Good, about time. Well, the BTC you guys have always been doing, and then the XRP, right? Yeah. Can you imagine, Mindy? Like XRP was, like was 50 cents for the longest time. 50, 50, 50, 50, and then boom skis. It was just a matter of time, huh? And then yeah, BTC is being a little bit annoying, but hopefully when we get into next month, that's usually when that BTC run starts anyways, into the end of the year. Same thing for the S&P, right? So we kind of expected this dip to happen. So hopefully when we get to next month, the markets have, hit the bottom on the retest, and then boom skis. We can get the Santa rally for everything. We need that 150 or 250 for BTC and that 700 for SPY. Would you recommend holding overnight, Sammy? That's a question you shouldn't be asking. Why? Because the answer, like, we're not even at lunchtime yet, right? So you should not even be thinking about overnight when we haven't even had lunch yet, right? For now, that thing has to stay above 50 cents. If it's not holding 50 cents, you should not be holding it. Yeah. Mm, yep. Yep. And anything top 10, top 5, better than the casino for sure, right? Never a guarantee, but definitely better than 50-50. Don't make me find you, Sammy. Alrighty. So for now, your goal should be setting a stop loss. And if it doesn't hit, then we can talk about this at the end of the day, right? But if it hits, then there's nothing to worry about. So for now, again, it needs to stay above 50 cents. If it doesn't hold, you might need to close that position. And then at that point, you've lost what, 2 cents, right? Not that big of a deal. So focus on managing the trade, and then we'll make the rest of the decision at the end of the day. Alrighty, cool. So yeah, watch that 50 cents for now. SPRC is on halted, guys. Alrighty, I'm gonna delete this middle line. and let's see if we can stay above, right? So we talked about 680 to $7. Let's see if we can stay above that. It would be nice if we actually retested like we did the last time, all the way to $6. I don't think we want to see that though, right? So let's hope we can stay above, or just consolidate a little bit around $7 here. Hopefully, you guys can start to see the importance of consolidation, right? Importance of consolidation. Just because you have a base at a specific level doesn't mean you set an order there to get in. It needs to prove to you that it's actually holding that level. Alrighty, yeah. Sticky. Well, good thing you're not down. Let me take a look. Okay, I won't. Oh, let's go. There we go. So we need that consolidation and we need the curl. Rubbish. We are exactly, William. Huh. I can tell with that analogy that you've been watching the classes, William. I can tell. You've been watching the stream for a long time, or you've watched the classes. You need other people to go with you to rob the bank, you know? You can't just go to the bank by yourself, right? Really important. Otherwise, you know what happens? Bridge. I like it. Yeah, you can tell we're a bit on the slower side now. CYCU is popping to the highs of the day though. I'll take a look here really quickly. CYCU. No, like the analogy, right? So if you're going to get into a position, right, you're better off getting into the position when most people are going to be getting in as well, right? And that's either the breakout or the consolidation, right? So the whole, robbing the bank analogy, right? So if you're going to the bank, you want to go with other people. If you're going into a position, you want to go in at max, and max FOMO or max support like entries is. But yeah, CYCU, nice little pops there, nice breakout. Mindy, do you remember the BMNR thumbnail? Do you remember that one? I don't think you do though. You might not remember that. Uh, is important. Don't jump in to jump the line, and exactly, William. Exactly. So give it time to consolidate, right? The closer we get to that demand zone and the view app, the better, right? Closer we get to that next demand zone and the view app, the better. That level will act as resistance. It will always act as support, right? It's a blur. Okay, I'll send you a picture then. PSTV is still looking super weak because we're below that 200 EMA, right? Below the 200 EMA, you're gonna have issues, right? So that isn't really a big surprise. And so, Sammy, this is why we're saying, like, yeah, you want to swing this thing overnight, but it's below the 50, the 200, and the VWAP, right? You have other issues you need to deal with. Alrighty. So you have other issues you need to deal with before we get to the close. And then again, let's see if we can get some consolidation here for SPRC. Dusty, not really. Like the very basic level, but not really. Like bits and ask, yeah, but that's about it though. Alrighty, nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy. Mm-mm. Let me take a look at DV LT as well. This one's been spammed quite a bit in Discord. DVLT. This one's done really well, actually. Done quite well. It almost looks like it needs a bit more volume, but this is done well. Nothing crazy, right? It's up 40%. I think these days we're used to a lot more, but yeah, nice performance there. My only on the 200 MA holding is ATCH, Chris. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's not that you can't get into positions below the 200 EMA and the VWAP and make money. It's just it becomes a bit more complicated, It's a bit more complicated. Can I give some insight on LAC? Sure. Which call are you holding, Shania? Which call are you holding? I know Josh is holding those $10 calls. Um, right, which call are you holding? Matt, you've been pumping that one too, right? So we've kind of talked about that 750 wall, right? I think we mentioned this yesterday, right, Josh? If you look to the left hand side and you go all the way back to 2024, you can see the double tops, right? You can see that resistance. As soon as we get close to 750 for LAC, you can start to see it, right? The double tops right there. That's why you have that red zone there. You see that little light red zone? It's because that level is a problem. So that's why I'm waiting to see which calls you're holding, because then that really depends, how we look at that. So as soon as we start getting close to 750, there's a problem for LAC. It's because that's the last double top we had. And if you can break above 750, then yeah, there's nothing really stopping it, to get to $10. Um, right. So, and again, this is why you can see that we've been playing with this level quite a bit, right? We broke above it in pre-market, but that doesn't always count, right? This level is a problem, and clearly, like you can see the candles failing. Anyways, uh, yeah, the resistance. I only kept 5 contracts on LAC. Yeah. So we need to break above that level. Otherwise, this is just a repeat of 2024, right? The stock has done really well though, and it's consistently moved up. So that Trump news came out around $3 and was sitting at $7, right? So this has done really well. We just need the breakouts though. QLGN is pushing for brand new highs there. No, 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 no. DBL QLGN. Mindy, are you interested in any stocks or just stacking long term stuff for now? You interested in any stonks? So yeah, you have your resistance, your supply zone at $6 here for QLGN. So that's a bit late to the party. A bit late to the party. We are consolidating a little bit here for SPRC, um, which is a good start. Yeah, the name change. QCLS. QCLS. I think the good thing about LAC is you're not really getting, like these massive sell-offs, Josh. You just stuck at $7, which isn't horrible. At least we're not, making brand new lows. It would be nice if they dropped another catalyst. Would be nice. But we shall see. Oh, Pally. You're looking for an entry, Dean, in Pally? Sure. QLGN is looking really good there, though. It's actually pushing for that $6 level. We have a line all the way up there. Not sure why that line is there, but we can always take a look. Those were some nice alerts, by the way, for QLGN. Some nice alerts. Yeah, so that $6 is a problem there, obviously. $6 resistance. Between Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sounds good, Mindy. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, that's fair. Yeah. Don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already, please. I would appreciate that. Take a second and smash a like. Let me take a look at Pally here for Dean. So Dean is looking for an entry in Pally. This one's had that history. I think this was one of those stocks where we looked at the definition of Pally in the Hawaiian language. I'm waiting for the daily chart to load here. So, Dean, you've missed a nice bottom there. You can kind of see that we have the lines already in this one, right? I haven't put any lines in here, right? And the perfect line would have been right there, right? Or the curl from that level, right? So if you asked this question earlier, that would have been a really good spot, right? That would have been a really, really good spot. I think now, though, if you're looking for position, you can kind of tell that your next level is 75 cents. And that line is most likely there because most of these daily candles have struggled at 75 cents. So I would not be getting into this position now because we've gone from 52 cents to 75 cents. And it's consistently been pushing up for multiple days now, right? So if I was interested in this, I'd be letting that candle close above 75 cents before I look at it. Alrighty. So but now you kind of missed it. So either we come back for Dipski, right, and then start crawling back up, or we get a breakout. Alrighty. So and if we get a breakout, you make sure you're looking at like an hourly candle to close above 75 cents or daily candle to close above 75 cents, not a 1 minute. Alrighty. So if this is something you're interested in, you're gonna have to it has to clear that 75 cents. Ready? If we clear 75, then you're looking for a dollar, and then you're looking for 85 cents, then you're looking for a dollar. Cool. So you either get a dip closer to 60 or you get a breakout above 75 cents. You're welcome. And then go from there. And anybody holding QLGN? Anybody FOMO into those alerts? Anybody? Yeah, $6 levels. Definitely wanting to break above that. Let me pull up DVLT again. Yeah. So still below that last high. Interesting. Again, so SPRC was our number one name this morning, and for good reason, right? Because this stock was beautiful, right? Beautiful. This was so beautiful, right? The levels were so clear, so clear. The retest, the breakouts, beautiful, right? So most of you made your daily goal on this, and we're just relaxing now. But in terms of like levels you're paying attention to, it looks like we're trying to consolidate above 660 there already. What we need from this though is to reclaim that 9 EMA at the very least. If it doesn't, we just let it consolidate. And if it doesn't break above that level, then we maybe look for this next demand zone, right? The last level we retested was right there, right? So if I can draw here, right? The last level we retested was right there. So if it's not going to clear that 9, then we need to wait for this level. Cool. That doesn't sound like stream music, does it? Uh, I'm gonna pause that and find a new playlist. QLGN is looking really good though. So if you're in this one, congratulations. Congratulations. Let me get a new playlist going here. New but old. New but old. Yeah. See if that candle actually closes above 6 and then push for that 640. 6 and 640s. Let's see. Yeah, you're welcome, Dean. Welcome. Yep. Funny you say that, Mindy. We did a class about what was it, Josh? Josh was in that class. When we what was this like a year ago, a year and a half ago? We did a class on building long-term wealth, right? And the whole idea was you want to make sure that you have a long-term account, whether that means you have the account right off the bat before you do the trades, or you're taking those gains. Those gains have to go somewhere to work, right? and the whole idea was to build a three fund portfolio, like a functional, a foundational, thing, right? So well, that included, like just SPY and a growth name and a dividend name, right? So and that dividend name could include like a crypto dividend name or something else, but which for a lot of you guys it included Coney and Misty and whatnot. So yeah, that class was really really good, and if you haven't watched that class, go ahead and watch that, right? So having that foundation is important, right? If Nvidia and Microsoft and Apple, if all of these names are growing, you should be benefiting from that, right? Um, and you don't have to hold that name. You could hold the entire group of names, right? Exactly, Josh. You have to have a dumping ground for profits. If your money is not working for you, then you are doing it wrong. Exactly. So again, a regular S&P fund, a growth name, right, and a dividend name, right? You know, that keeps it really simple for you. When you make the gains go to work, right? Just because you make more doesn't mean you need to increase, right, the gains, right? What happened, virus? What happened? What happened? Josh B, the other Josh B, has too much FOMO. The other one doesn't have so much FOMO. Uh, I can't trade today. I just left the stream on your phone listening. Okay, there goes that push for QLGN. There comes that 640, guys. So this is looking nice. That is looking very nice. Oh, the SMH ETF. Yeah, there goes your boom skis. Boom skis. Right. That next resistance though is $6.40 then, and then your next supply zone for long. Yeah. Yep. 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 And so what we did on that in that class too was we talked about the idea of like compound growth, right? You might not see it as putting $100 a month away is a big deal, but over time that really adds up, right? Whether that's for you or for retirement or for your kids as they grow up, right? That's huge, 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 right? So definitely should be doing something like that. So that 640 resistance hit for QLGN and then back off, right? So that line was there for a reason. It seems that line was there for a reason. Uh, Failed at resistance. Virus, yeah. Shouldn't getting be back tomorrow. We'll sign up and sounds good, Howard. Sounds good. Welcome to the community. Alrighty. Welcome to the family. And yeah, let's make some monies together. Cool. SPRC still looking suspicious, guys, and what it looks like we're trending down to that level, right? So do. Yeah, that was a perfect fail actually. This is why, honestly, guys, we leave these lines on the charts. This is why we leave these lines on here, right? Because they come as a reminder, like, hey, we might not know why that line is there, but there's a problem there. uh, yeah, see, that's why I asked if you remember that name. Yeah. You see what I have to deal with. See what I have to deal with on a daily basis. See where you left me to, Mindy? Roasting. Ah, unbelievable. Let's see. Donovan, I want to see that trade you took. Just to make sure. 50, 87, 87, 87, 87. Okay. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. CYCU is pushing for brand new highs there as well. DVLT doesn't look bad either, Matt. You just have a double top at like 94 cents. So if you can break above that, that would be good. But yeah, CYCU is hitting brand new highs of the day here. So that looks nice. That looks nice. And there goes a push for 40 cents. DTCK just announced some news. Davis Commodities explores $1 billion longevity finance tokenization network, right? That means absolutely nothing, but maybe the stock performs, right? So, okay, right? So, means absolutely nothing, but sometimes also the name is DTCK. So, yeah, there goes 41 pennies there. That thing's cooking. Cooking. Did anybody get into CYCU? Winterfell says in at 520 nicely. Scammy weeks though. So stop was tricky. Let's take a look. The PEPG you're in at. I think you're in at 520. I think you're okay. You're completely okay, Winterfell. Right. I would almost consider taking those gains between 550 and 560 there though, because you have the double top and you have the 200 EMA. So if I drop a line across, you're gonna see that last high, right? And then you have the 200 EMA. So I definitely would consider it there. But in terms of stop losses, I would pick the bottom of one of those candles and put the stop loss below. Alrighty. So right below 540, especially since you're only in at 520, right? You don't have that much room, but I think you've done really well though, right? So, but yeah, put that stop loss. Um, Again, you are at resistance, so 550, 560 resistance. So pick just as long as you keep getting higher lows on those candles, I think you're okay. But if that doesn't happen anymore, get rid of it. Get rid of it. CYCU is on fire though. Look at that. On fire. That thing said, let me cook, please. Let me cook. I see you later. See you. See you. Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Patrick, right? So that VWAP is a pretty big deal. So if your stock is below the VWAP, be very cautious. Uh-oh, look at LAC go, guys. Uh-oh, here we go. Here we go. Why do I feel like we're going to celebrate this one more than anything else, you know? Beautiful. Are you smiling now, Josh? Biggest smiles? Hopefully LAC can actually break above this time, you know? Because I think we're tired of the... Right? Tired of the up and downs. We know that resistance is closer to 750, right? That range from 730 to 750, that's been the problem. But this thing has been a beautiful swing, right? It wasn't meant to be, like especially with the catalyst, it wasn't meant to be, like a quick scalpy, and the float, not a quick scalpy. Yeah. If you're still holding LAC, type yes in the chat. If you're still holding LAC, type yes in the chat. CYCU is flying still though, so 44 cents. If you did get into this, make sure you move your stop loss up. Cool. LAC is lacking. Let's take a look. Oh, no. Okay, there you go. There we go. Perfect. You got in at 704, nurse. Okay, good job. Up 40 cents. Not bad at all. We're still pushing for brand new highs here for CYCU. We have a new member, Snipes. Snipes is like, you know what, guys? You know what? I need help. I need help. Let's go. Let's go. Gold VIP for Snipes. Snipe, you do have access to Discord though, right? Okay. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay, perfect. Have you had a one-on-one yet, Snipes? Ah, you don't remember me? I do. I do, Snipes. I do. Some people usually have different names on stream and in Discord. So yeah. So as soon as I saw you in Discord, yeah, I could tell. So yeah, send me a DM in Discord, Snipes, and we'll get a one-on-one done. Okay. Send me a DM in Discord. Why did that turn off? Send me a DM in Discord, Snipes. Alrighty, and we will get a one-on-one done. Cool. Welcome to Goat VIP. Maybe Snipes just wanted to be a part of the Goat chat. Snipe, is that why you just wanted to be a part of the Goat chat? As yeah, I see you. Yeah, yeah. Is that why? Did you want a one-on-one, or you wanted to be a part of the Goat chat? Okay, sounds good. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, LAC is looking really good, guys, and we're testing that 750 now. This is that resistance we just talked about, right? Yeah, perfect. So yeah, send me a message at some point. We'll get it done. Um, ready? So yeah, so 750. There we go. Uh the shorts are about to get broken. Yeah. Yeah. So again, the headline for this 2 days ago, guys, was, if you don't remember, um I'm trying to pull up the actual headline here. This was the headline, right? So this one looks a bit different. So the US seeks to, take a stake in Lithium Americas, right? So I don't know why it's called Lithium Americas, though. I don't know why it's called that, because it's a Canadian company, unless they've somehow switched. But anyways, I don't know why it's called that. Maybe it's because Canada and the US are so close that they can just use the same names. But yeah, so 10% stake in this, right? Just like they have been taking stakes in companies like INTC and blah blah blah, right? Uh, the US seems to want to take 10% stakes in all these companies, which is cool, right? They want to benefit from the growth, There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that, right? The United States wants a 10% stake in the stonks, you know? Yeah. Because Canada is a part of America. Unbelievable. I knew someone was gonna say that. Includes Canada though? Yeah, North America. Actually, yeah. Sunny, thank you. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense. North America. Lithium Americas. Yeah, especially with the S at the end, makes a lot more sense. Lowell says, I made over $1,000 in SPRC today, and now in LAC at 713. Give me a high five. Well done. You notice how that 750 is a perfect resistance level, right? $7.50. We just hit it and we backed up a bit. So we need to clear that level for LAC. We need to clear that level. Need to clear that level. And then we can look for more boom skis. Skip over my perfectly reasonable explanation because Canada and US are North American. Back to school? Yes. Yes. Same as like Sunny's. I just didn't see yours, Josh. My excuse, Josh, my excuse is I grew up somewhere else, That's my ignorant excuse. I'm gonna use that. That's my story and I'm sticking to it, you know? Yeah, sure. I know. As ignorant as it sounds, I'm gonna stick to it. But yes, absolutely. All we need is 2 hours. You know what? STFS, STFS, STFS. PEPG has actually done quite well with the breakout. Winterfell, look at that. PEPG said, "Don't worry about me, guys. Don't worry about me. Don't worry about me. I got you." You know what's crazy? Is hmm, interesting. Yeah, just trying to. Yeah, Rita, yeah, yeah. Hopefully, Winterfell. Winterfell, are you still in that position, or you took your gains? SPRC came all the way down, guys, right? So no signs of consolidation yet, right? We're still dipping. So again, if it's gonna keep dumping like that, you don't hold it, right? You don't even get in. You let it consolidate and then curl. So we don't care how much we like the stock in the past. If it's not gonna consolidate and curl, you leave it alone. You leave it alone. Leave it alone. And then obviously LAC just hit that resistance. So 750 is gonna be a strong level. Still in half. Okay, stop loss at 560 now. Very nice. Congrats. It's looking good. Looking good. So that 200 EMA eventually broke. Eventually broke. Yeah, let's see if we can come back for a retest of a. The closer we get to $7 to the view app, the better it is for re-entry. Yeah, that looks good. CYCU is looking better as well. Looking better. Yeah, so then your double top right around 44 cents. So that's looking good. Yeah, the only concern for this one would be that double top there, right? Mm, some reason that isn't sending. Yeah. Test the top again. Yeah, it looks like it's consolidating as long as you stay above 550. Yeah, as long as you stay above 550. Just some buddy guy. Yeah, as long as you stay above 550, um, there's a chance that it gets back up there. 30 cents last month. Oh, let's go. That's amazing. That is amazing. Amazing, amazing. Is it done? Is it done? Um, I mean, if it's gonna keep downtrending like this so far, then definitely. Then definitely. Yeah, CYC is really close to that resistance, so it needs to break above 44 cents. She was so happy. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. By TD Securities. Maybe it's because they have a short position. Maybe. Maybe. You have a question. Tesla bouncing off the demand zone now, trying to get into TSLL. Is Tesla bouncing up the demand zone? You asked this question like the other day, and we said, "Hey, what the hell are you doing?" Right? That was you. That was you. That was you, Saeed. You asked, and we said, "Hey, what the hell are you doing buying Tesla at resistance, right? At 440." Tesla is not at the demand zone. It's you can see that it's all the way up there. The more we zoom out, though, the more it should look better for you. But still, right? Like on a smaller time frame, your demand zone isn't until you're getting closer. Like you're at the 200 EMA, you're at a double bottom, right? As long as you stay above 425, that could be a short term like little scalpy, right? And then your next support is closer to 410 for the Tesla. Alrighty. And yeah, it looks like LAC hit that 750 and came all the way down. But we all knew that level would be a problem. We all knew that level would be a problem. Mm-mm. Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah. Too close. Do, 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 do. Okay. Do, do. And so there goes the retest, right, for lack of the VWAP, which we kind of talked about, right? So we obviously had a problem with this VWAP. That's why we did the scribbles there. So once we actually broke above it, then we come back for the retest. So $7.10. 710. Is it trying to curl? Oh, yeah, it is actually. It is. So now it also needs to reclaim that VWAP, Salat. Yeah, 53.50 actually for PSTV. So retesting that 200 EMA, right? The same line that we failed at, not too long ago is the same line that we're testing now. So 53 to 54 ish. I say 54, but it actually goes all the way to 54.50. So you need to break that. There we go. Yeah, it looks like PEPG came back for a retest of the 200 Winterfell. And we're holding that VWAP for LAC for now, right? So clearly that was a level for the retest, and it's bouncing off that level at least for the last two candles. Will we stay above that level? That's the next question. Obviously, that is the next question. Huh? It missed you. Okay, sounds good. A criminal. Criminal. Yeah, let's see if we can break above that double top now at 580. Z580. Yeah, CYCU hit that double top, right? So the double top was way too strong, right? Way too strong there. So at that point, it just needed to break out of the supply zone or dip ski. It looks like it's dip skiing. SPRC is failing at that VWAP as well. So that's not really a big surprise. Not a big surprise. And so PEPG and LAC both look good for now. It held 54. Held, failed, or held? Yeah. In Discord, people, I need to zoom out a bit. We're too focused on the minute candles. Let's see. What did Josh post? C pop with the pop them. La 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 la. That's your weekly. Yeah, that's a nice retest for BTC or the uptrend, Josh. A nice retest. And then when we go back up, obviously we need to break above that double top and then bye bye. Say hello, moon. Yep, I like it. Thomas, what's your position in QLGN? What's your position in that one? LAC has done a perfect job, guys. Perfect job. Retesting and bouncing. That is perfect. Again, did I tell you guys how candles are turned on? Did I say that? You know? Did I say that? Like when a stock does what it's supposed to do, did we say that, guys? C pop, yeah, C pop with a little pop. C pop is halted up. So C pop popped and halted up. C pop. Yeah. Oof, look at that line at the bottom. Damn, C pop. Damn. Okay. Sheesh. Damn. STFS with the pop as well, so that looks good. Sheesh. Isn't it nice when stocks do what they're supposed to, guys? Isn't it nice? You know? 560? Okay. You have a stop loss? Of course it did. After 5 minutes after you sold? Yeah, that's annoying. It's annoying. But a $1.20 retest was actually quite nice. Actually quite nice. If you are a gold member, this is pretty easy for you to, you can see where you should have got in, right? You don't have a stop loss, Thomas? Yeah, because it looks like you got in at 560. We popped to the supply zone. The red zones are there for a reason, Thomas, right? So whenever you're pushing into the red zones, be very careful for everything, right? Everything. You want to be very careful. Right? Look at CYCU. CYCU popped to the red zone and then said, not today. Not today. Ah, good behavior with the monies. But yeah, no, LAC with the beautiful curl of that 710. So let's see if we stay above it. PSTV is trying to break out. I mean, it had to do this, like it just had to take all day and then eventually do this, right? A little bit silly, but yeah. The other name that's doing really well right now, though, is I'll come back to this one here. The other name that's doing really well for now is STFS. STFS with a nice push. A very nice push. So 46%. This one's in spammed in Discord a little bit though. Um, those alerts have been coming through for a second now for this one. So congrats if you got into this one. One? Yeah, I did. La, 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 la. Interesting. And PSTV is still fading at the same double top, right? Same resistance. So if I put a horizontal line there, you're going to see the same level, right? Same. So it needs to break above that level if it wants to get moving. Since this morning, it did run to almost 16 cents though, didn't it? Ray says, thank you for the one-on-one. So 510 to 570. Let's go. Let's go. So you got in at 510. Oh, that's perfect. Woo wee. Perfect. Let's go. Ray, give me a high five. Was the weights and the one-on-one worth it, Ray? Have you recovered your membership already with one trade? Give me another high five. Let's go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah. That was a perfect entry. Perfectly executed. That's exactly what we talked about too. Perfect. Perfect. How many times can I say perfect? Perfectly executed trade. Good job. Off the yeah. Isn't that crazy, Dan? It's a pretty nice recovery, isn't it? We're going for the highs of the day now too. Going for the highs of the day. Was that the dip and we're ready for highs again? Ray, make sure you're not delayed. You're probably delayed. CPOP is unhalted, guys, in the 173. Guess what we're testing? The view app. The magic view apps. The magic view apps, and we're stalling there, right? Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. Surprise, surprise. See if it breaks above that view app. Surprise, surprise. Ray says membership was paid for. Let's go, Ray. Let's go. So Ray became a gold member. We did a one-on-one. Ray took one trade and made the monies back. Easy monies, huh? Easy monies. So yeah. Yeah. You guys see why the gold membership is sold out, right? Because you can pay for your membership in one trade, right? So sometimes you don't know what you don't know, and then we have a conversation, and you're like, okay, that makes a bit more sense, right? Ray just executed the trade perfectly, as we talked about on a one-on-one. So if you're not a Goat VIP member and you're struggling with entries, become a Goat VIP member. Stop missing out. Ready? If you're losing those gains, you're losing your monies, and you don't know what to do. Well, now you know what to do. Ready? You guys see why that gold membership level will keep going up, right? So, yup. Yup. Well, not for the people that are in there, right? Not for the people that are in there. Uh, just for the new people. Anyway, so yeah, we're kind of struggling at the view app a little bit there, but at this point we know that the view app is a problem, right? Always a problem. Always a problem. LAC is playing games there as usual. STFS, Pop, and then Dipski. Tapping his name is hard. How did you do that, Dan? How did you do the backwards ray? That's cool. I wanna. How did you do that? Yeah. At night, spikes. At night. Yeah, that was a perfect scalp. PEPG still looks good, but that was a really good exit. A very good exit. It really does. Lack loves to play games. Like I said earlier, the good thing about the good copy and paste, yeah. The good thing about lack is that it's not crashing. Like it's giving us those higher lows and finding support. Otherwise, that thing would have been in the trash a long time ago. Would have been in the trash a long time ago. In the trash. C-pop is hitting resistance, but it's also just sitting there. Like it wants to keep going. Spots like these are 50-50 though. Like we know this is resistance, but it's not crashing. It's just sitting there. So 50-50. There goes PEPG, guys. PEPG looks nice. PEPG says hello. Thanks for coming, Ray. But I'm gone now. I'm gone now. So your next resistance, guess what, guys? Why are we talking about the VWAP all day today? Almost like today, the theme of the day is VWAP. The theme of the day is stocks going to the VWAP, right? So that thing had the room to the VWAP, and it just went there. So nice break above the 200 EMA, retested the 200 EMA twice, and then boom skis to the VWAP. So very nice. Very, very nice. Most important indicator? Yes and no. I think it's a combination, It's a combination. It's like you have a toolbox, right? You need to use all the tools in the toolbox. The VWAP is definitely one of those tools. A very important tool, right? The S&P just hit brand new highs of the day, which is nice, I guess. It would be nice if we could reclaim 660. SPRC finally curling. Yeah, nice little consolidation and testing what? You guessed it, the VWAP. Yeah, 660, please, Dan. So retested the bottom, $6, and now retesting 640, which is where the VWAP is sitting at. I guess everything testing the VWAP today. Everything. No, really important indicator though. Really, really important. And yeah, so PEPG failed at the VWAP for now, so we need to reclaim that. Send it, send it, send it. Send it, send it, send it. Yeah, and look at that. CPOP has been stalling there, but it's stalling at the VWAP. So we need to clear that level. LAC held the VWAP. PEPG failing at the VWAP. CYCU sitting at the VWAP. Unbelievable. Is your hammer, Patrick? Yeah. Yep. PSTV is really trying to go, like really, really trying to go. We knew that thing had potential. It just had to play a lot of games with us before it finally did something. But whatever, you know. What are we looking at right now? We're looking at PEPG. We're looking at LAC. We're looking at a whole bunch of other names. We're looking at CPOP. CPOP is breaking the VWAP now too. So CPOP is like, get that VWAP out of here. So brand new highs of the day for CPOP. Your next little resistance will be this level from $1.90 to $2. So yeah, CPOP with a nice pop. Yeah, Winterfell, did you finally sell? I think you did. Yeah. Okay, nice. CPOP says, forget about all the resistance levels, guys. Just let me go, please. So above $2, which will currently halted up. CPOP is halted up. Right, CPOP is halted up, and then you're looking for 220. 207 hold. Type yes in the chat if you're holding CPOP. Anybody? Yeah, broke the $2 and said, okay, thanks guys, goodbye. Goodbye. You are? Okay. Yeah, Dan's too busy holding NQ. That's what he's holding. At 170? Okay. You basically played with fire there. Is it halted? Yes. It's halted up. Yes, it's halted up. Yeah, so your next resistance is 220 already. PEPG, obviously, red zone resistance, VWAP, and we're retesting now. So watch for as close to 570, 560 as possible for a retest. SPRC again still needs to break above 540, which is where the VWAP is at. Good job, Juan. And PSTV also needs to break the double top and then push for the VWAP. So we can call it 55 cents. If you can, then you're looking for closer to 58.60. Ah, let's go, Dan. Congratulations to you and your wife. Amazing. Did you guys do anything, Dan? Did you go anywhere for dinner? Congratulations. 14 years. Let's go. Congrats, congrats, congrats. Amazing. Amazing. 14 years of her keeping up with Dan's rubbish. My goodness. Unbelievable. uh, You pod roast? Yeah. Am I married, Heritage? No. No, I am not married. I mean, I'm married to the stocks. Yeah, married to the stocks. When say married to the stocks, you know what comes to mind? You guys know that Eminem, not Eminem, Lil Wayne lyric, "Married to the Game." Yeah, yeah, exactly, George. Married to the criminals. Yeah, Alicia, yeah, yes, yes, yes. Come on, LAC. We need boomskis here. We need curlies. We need curlies. PEPG is looking very nice. That thing wants to go boomskis again, doesn't it? Yeah. PSTV is testing 55 cents, where that view app is at. So that looks good. So that looks good. PSTV is really trying to break out here. So again, if that thing can break 55 cents, we've talked about this so much today. If we can break above that level, right? So then we're looking for the test of the view app. What's the next target? 220. La, 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 la. Well done, Winterfell. That was a good scalp on CPOP on PEPG. Very good scalp. CPOP is on halted, guys, and here's that 20 test, right? So the 220 test. Alrighty. So 220 is your next resistance there. They can break above that level, that would be nice. La, 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 la. Unbelievable. Of all the cookies, not gonna ask for half. I give you reasonable spikes. Yes, yes. Seems like a reasonable ask. Seems reasonable. Yeah, so dollar so 220 is your resistance for C-pop, right? So until it breaks and closes above that level, it's not ready for any more. So JG with the pop as well. Maybe China is waking up, you know. China waking up. We could use some nice boom skis, you know. Some nice boom skis. SPRC really needs to break above like 640, and then maybe it has some juice to the upside. Some juice to the upside. Don't forget to smash a like, guys, if you haven't already. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Take a second, smash a like. Hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And if you're not a member yet and you want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbots and become a Legend Pro or Gold VIP member and come join us in Discord already. Come join us. That's actually a nice recovery for some of these names, you know. A very nice recovery. Very, very nice recovery. Maybe that was a chance to buy the dips again. My goodness. Isn't that crazy? Crazy, crazy, huh? That might be all the dips we get. And then next thing you know, it's a fat green day again. So C-pop failed that resistance. And then coming back down. Is it done? SPRC, is it done? Let's say no for now. Let's say no for now. As long as you stay above $6, let's say no. If we break below that, then maybe yes. Let's see. LAC needs to stop lacking here. CYCU with an alert that says zero shares left to borrow. So that might be a good thing. Might be a good thing. Yeah, DVLT is done really well. DVLT is done really, really well with the dips and the comebacks. Was engaged. You were engaged once. And she left while you were at work, moved into another dude's house that same day, never again. Damn, that's wild. Wow, like, ish. See, that's horrible. Was there a reason those spikes? Was it because you're working too much, or you were being sassy? Were you being sassy? Yeah, that's horrible. Sheesh. Yeah, can't imagine the pain there, especially like it's not like there's a maybe there was a reason, but to move into another person's house like the same day of craziness. Nord says I'm on marriage number 4, hopeless romantic. Well, that's because when you fall in love it feels amazing, so you just keep doing it, you found out about the other dude and couldn't move past. Yeah, Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's very that sucks. Craziness. Note says I'm a hopeless romantic. I need to marry money's heritage. Back off the chart for PEPG. There's PEPG. You're at the resistance, double top, right? VWAP, 610 resistance, resistance. You learn the hard way. Live and be true to yourself first. Yeah, I think that's how it should be. Right? Marriage shouldn't be about. I mean, ask Dan instead. What? Well, ask Dan. Dan, what's the secret? Actually, in the yogi. La 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 la. Do- Yep, yep. Oh, that was a nice little curlies there. Yeah, nice little curlies there. CYCU, perfect. Yeah, the last one was a little bit too aggressive, too high. I wonder if it actually had the volume now to push. Right? Yeah, so almost 40 cents. 40 cents. Mm. Let's see. It's better to have loved and lost. Don't be scared. Yeah, 26 years for you, Mark. Amazing. Congratulations. 26 years. And you lose sometimes, you win big. Yep. That purpose and stay true to it. No, 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 no. Never compromise. Spikes. I agree with that. I can't imagine anyone getting married to Man U, especially now that they give free points to all. Uh, yep. SPRC does look nice though. It's a nice curly. 3 months with you. What are you guys talking about? Just wait till you land, virus. You're gonna get beat up. Beat up. Married to Tony. Amazing. Amazing. 2006. Dang. 20 years, Patrick. Yeah. Beat up virus. Ah. Do. Yeah, that was a good bottom, by the way, for SPRC. Right, that $6 level. So that's what we said. It's not done yet. On as long as we stay above $6, not done. Uh, Set them on fire. Oh my goodness, you guys are not nice. Not nice. I like George Carlin. I think George Carlin is probably one of the funniest of those videos I've ever seen. And it wasn't like like regular comedy. It was like comedy, like truthful comedy, which is nice. 26 IV. Congratulations, amazing, amazing. He spoke the truth. Yep, yep. It's not like made up jokes now. It's straight violence. Straight truth violence. Ah, DVRT is failing at that 96. Hmm, interesting. Okay. 26. We can be kind, yes. Rafi May, that's a movie. 29 years for you, Greg. But feels like 58. We're gonna use this as blackmail, Greg. Okay? This feels like 58. Yep. Yep. Marvel. Marvel. Do, 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 do. You have a bag at 837 Shank. Let's take a look. We'll come back to LAC here. Actually, let's take a look. IMRX. This is the one from last night that did an offering, right? I think you're in at $8.37. That's not horrible, right? Like it's not the worst entry. Yeah, not it's like it's not that bad. You have a lot of support now at 770. So honestly, there really isn't a whole lot you can do here. You're down 30 cents, 37 cents, right? That's me assuming that it's at $8 just to round it up, right? So you have a double top at 810, then your next resistance is 850. So you need to break above 810. Alrighty. If it doesn't break above that level, your support is 770. So you needed to stay above that. So put a stop loss, please. CYC is looking better, right? So see if it uh not as there we go. CYCU. See you. 40 Winterfell. I like it. I like it. So are the anniversaries coming up? Absolutely. Yes. Make sure you guys send me some cake. Actually, yeah. We'll celebrate. Why you guys celebrate the anniversary or celebrate a birthday? You know? Celebrate a birthday. Yeah, I like it. We all celebrate together. What's the bid and the ask on that actually? Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That's a very nice pop for CYCU though. Very nice pop. Yeah. A very nice pop. $41 pennies. Okay. You already cleared your daily? Good, courageous, good. Perfect. Now you can just sit back and relax, you know? Your birthday's today, CM? Let's go. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Yeah. What are you gonna do today, CM? What are you gonna do? Some cookies, some cake, tacos. What is it gonna be? SPRC. I think the downside to this now is just the silly volatility. LAC came all the way back down again, guys. That's been the annoying part about that stock is just you can't really trust it, you know. Cookies for sure. Celebrate on the weekend. Good. I like it. I like it. Let's go. Yeah, so it's approaching that 42, which is a bit of a supply zone there, CYCU. Nice job, Winterfell. Nice job. Here we go. Uh, hmm. Choo, choo, choo. Yes. Perfect. Yeah, so that supply zone there, just be careful. 42, 42.50. Thomas, come join us in Discord. That's the next best thing. Come join us. I'm gonna have some blueberry pie for breakfast. Ooh, that sounds amazing. I love my people. That sounds amazing. Yeah, look at that resistance, guys. That supply zone and slap, right? For CYCU. Yeah, don't play with those red zones. Don't play. La 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 la. Doo, doo. Yep, sounds delicious. It sounds, yeah, it really does. Pie is one of those things where if you get the right person to make it and it's nice and warm, amazing. Uh, poof, poofs, gone, Mike. God. Another 2K. Woo, wait. Oh my days, guys. Another 2K. I love what you have taught me. Oh my goodness, William. William made $2,000 and then another 1,200 and then another 2K. And William is a goat VIP member. That membership is just, is history now. History. William has been a member for 2 days. 2 days, guys. Maybe a week. I think William joined at the end of last week. I think, and he's put in the work though. Yup. I don't have those emotions anymore that I used to. Okay, maybe a little bit. Exactly, William. That's what we try and get rid of, right? So look at that, guys. Goat VIP cooking, cooking. So you guys think we just hang out on these one-on-one calls and we just relax? No. Or we hang out on these classes? No. We put in real work, real work, real work. Like I tell people, like my goal, at least that's how I am. My goal, like when I do a class or when I do a one-on-one, is to make sure that when you leave that class, you know exactly what to do, right? You're gonna have questions, you're gonna make mistakes. We all make mistakes. Not everything is gonna work out, but when you leave, you should have an idea of what you're supposed to do. That's what you're paying for, right? So when I see people cooking, it's amazing, amazing. No, 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 no. Yep, exactly, Josh. Exactly. So my advice is the same as Josh's, William, is if you're making $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, you need to have a max loss. When you get into a trade, that trade should not also be one to one. Like, oh, I lost $2,000. Unacceptable, William, right? So if you get in a trade, it should work right away. If your entry is good, it should work right away. And if it's not, maybe that stop loss is $200. Maybe it's $100. Maybe it's $500. But it shouldn't be getting to the same level of your gains, right? That gives you room to say, okay, I made 3,000. If I lost 500, okay, that's okay, that's fine, right? But then you move on to the next trade and maybe you make that money back. But even if you do lose, you're still okay, right? My problem is always with the people that make $2,000 and then the next trade they lose $2,000. That's silly behavior. That's silly behavior. I tell you, silly behavior. Yeah. Yep. Good job, William. Yep, exactly, Josh. Never trade more because you made more, right? S- Keep the funds aside. Don't trade more because you made more. Don't say, "Oh, I used to play with 100 shares. Now I'm gonna play with 10,000 shares." Yeah. Yep. Yep. Good job. Love it. There we go. CYCU is going back up again. See if that thing can cook more this time. We'll give it another 15 minutes, guys, and then we'll see where the market's at, and we will probably hop off so I can get ready for some one-on-ones. Alrighty, so yeah, yeah. No, CYC is looking very nice, very nice, very nice. No, 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 no. Mm. Do, 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 do. Bilal, send me some screenshots, okay? Send me some screenshots. Let me look. Let me look at those trades. Send me some screenshots. Do, do. Yep, William. Good, good. I like it. Good. Hong Lo. Does Hung's name make anybody else laugh, or is it just me? Is it just me, guys? Okay, fine. I'll stop being a weirdo. I know Dan's smiling. I know has a big smile on his face. Anyways, Hung, welcome to the community. This is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. Josh says, "Yep, me too." Funny. Anyways, Hung, welcome to the community. Click the link at the bottom of the chat there from that yellow link, and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Okay. Bird of the feather. Yeah, we need to break the supply zone here for this thing. I wasn't gonna say anything, but I thought it. You guys are all criminals. Criminals. Ah. Ah. Unbelievable. Do. Can we break that supply zone, please? That would be nice. Yeah, so Hong, again, welcome to the community. Click that link I sent you at the bottom there and follow the steps in the Getting Started, and watch that onboarding video in the Getting Started, please. Watch that last video. Yeah. No. Yeah. Uh, yep, exactly. These are all really common mistakes, right? Your biggest losses come after, your biggest gains. Just because you're making more money doesn't mean you all of a sudden start increasing the account. You went there, Mike. I didn't steal the shirt. I went there too. That was high school. This was like these were like shirts for like athletics, right? So for sports. We brought the first soccer championship to the high school after however many years. Yeah, that was us. You know what's crazy is we lost every game of the season. every game, okay? But this is the way that it was set up. We lost every game of the season. I don't know how many games we played. Every game we played, we lost. We lost every game. And then when the players showed up, though, we no losses, not a single loss till the very end. So I don't know what changed, but yeah. No, Josh, on the field. Ah, yeah, that was good. It was a fun season. The very best water boy in the world. Ah, unbelievable. You must be related to Man U. No, I am not. Ah, section twice. You'll learn every more every every even more the second time. Yeah. Exactly, William. Yeah. So like, if you need to watch those videos twice, guys, especially in the new trader education section, watch those videos, please. Watch those videos. See what you did, Mike. See what you did. Yeah. Yep. Spend your time in the education section. Watch them twice if you need to. We have a video for anything you need to know, right? Swing plays, pre-market plays, breakouts, support, right? Indicator. Like, like, what else is left? So if there's anything you're struggling with, there's a video in the education section. You just have to find it, right? We created that new trader education section, so it would basically give you like a foundation, so you don't have to watch all the videos. It would give you that foundation, like, hey, if you're new to this, you need to watch all of these, right? From psychology to learning how to use TradingView, to playing pre-market, to setting stop losses, to blah blah blah, to game plan when you wake up in the morning, like everything we've done, to long-term investments, dividends, right? All of that stuff. uh Yep. Bilal, that's what I'm saying, right? Send me those screenshots because I'm about to roast you. I'm honestly gonna watch the videos again this weekend. Good, right? So, Bilal says, I just realized the reason I'm not making money the last week is because I'm not following the plan, right? Stick to the plan. Absolutely, Bilal. It's not easy to stick to the plan. It really isn't, but you have to, right? That's why. Um, you really have to, Bilal. Have to. Amazon, you need 25%. Like pump or dip skis virus. I forget. I know we were looking at Amazon, and I think you were looking for bouncy, right? Off like the 218. Yeah, pump. Yeah. That's a good level to expect a pump though. It's a good level, virus. It's on the daily. On a smaller time frame, you're clearly sitting at like a quadruple top, right? A lot of resistance here. But on the daily, it's different. On the 1 minute, clearly this is a problem. Problems. Right below 221. So if we can break above that, maybe the pump starts. Calls in the money? Okay. Type something in the chat. uh, Type something in the chat. Yep. Overthink. If a stock is 110, I'll say okay, probably resistance one. Don't do that. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah. Overthinking is definitely a problem. It's something that everybody deals with. Especially the more time you spend in the market, the more you learn, the more overthinking you do. Right. Because now you know that 120 is resistance, and you're like, do I buy this perfect setup at 110, or, but I only have 10 cents of room? Is it gonna break out? I don't know. Then you sit there, and then it breaks above 120. You're like, I damn it, now it's too late. Um, yeah. You just need to stick to the plan. Stick to the plan. in order and number them by your recommended. Trying to figure out when to watch. Yeah, Brian, it's difficult though. It's difficult though, but yeah. Yeah, because they're all important, and I think you start with you scroll through and you start with the one that is your biggest concern, or you start from the top. I think every single one of those videos, I kind of put them in level of like you need to watch. But yeah, yeah. La 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 la. Uh, make or lose. Yeah, yeah. I'm about to leave in 4 minutes. 4 minutes, virus. I said 15 minutes. There's only 4 minutes left. Let me know when you have places for goats again. I'm gonna figure schedule between me and outside of work. Okay, sounds good. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. What I will say is the goat membership might never come back. It might never come back. But anyways, we'll figure it out in the future, right? Not anytime soon. We'll figure it out. Back to PEPG here. PEPG with a nice little breakout. Yeah, highs of the day. Yeah, highs of the day. It will for me. Yes, yes. No, the people that are in the gold membership for now, they're fine, right? Completely okay. Nothing to worry about. Yeah, it's for someone that isn't in there, then we'll figure that out later. Figure that out later. I will square blaze away probably in about 1 month. Yeah, you will notice a big change. Let's go. I will cook you in the race, Josh. Cook, cook. Yes. La, la, la. Yeah, no, CYCU is really trying to break above that resistance, right? So if it can clear that level, then there's more room to the upside. Yeah, to the upside. Do, 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 do. Uh, Stick to the plan, Mark. Great advice. Love the channel. Thanks for the information. Absolutely. Peace, love, happiness. I like the name. Yeah, keep it simple. Right? Stick to the plan. Come up with a plan. Stick with it. Out of the hour, I find it hard to go by plan. If there is a solution you're missing, mayhem. I get data maybe 15 minutes out of the hour. Like you're busy at work and you only have 15 minutes every hour, or what? 1 minute on those laps. Don't worry, I'm gonna be speeding. Speeding. Na, 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 na. Yeah, LAC has just done that too much. It's fine, but it's done that. It's just $7 is like the favorite level. Yeah. Let's go, Savoir. Okay, sounds good. Slow motion today. Okay. Uh, Savoir, have a wonderful rest of the day. Alrighty. See you in Discord maybe. And yeah, see you tomorrow. Yeah. See you tomorrow. See you later. That resistance is so strong, virus on Amazon. Like it's so strong there. So strong. So on the daily it looks good. On the 1 minute though, it's like problems. Yep, Mark, I like it. CM, have a wonderful birthday. I know you're celebrating on the weekend, but have a wonderful birthday, and we'll see you in Discord. How do you join us in Discord? If you want to join us in Discord, click the link at the bottom of the chat there from Nightbot and sign up for the level that says Legend, Legend Pro, or the Gold VIP. Once you do, then I'll send you a link. Alrighty, we're gonna hop off in a minute or so. So, jogging time, Luna. Enjoy the jog. Enjoy. La 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 la. DVLT has done really well, actually. Really, really well. Really, really well. I know we got rid of it. DVLT. And really well with the dipskis and the curlies. Deeps and curls. Deeps and curls. Hmm. There we go. Happiness you need to make yourself. Yes. 2026. 2026 strike. Okay. AIIO, Ahmad. Spies just going back and forth for now. We need that thing back in the, from red to green is what we need. Red to green. Let's go, Savoie. Okay. Thomas, this is your invite at the bottom of the chat, okay? This is your invite. Click that link at the bottom there, Thomas. Follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. Watch the onboarding video, please. Could you please watch the onboarding video on the Getting Started channel, please? It should reconnect on its own, but if it doesn't, you might have to reconnect it manually. And then also watch that onboarding video in the Getting Started, and spend some time in the new trader education section, please. Watch some of those videos. Here comes the $1 test for DVLT. I'm ready for one-on-one. Been educating myself with all the educational videos. Going to DM. Yeah, send me a DM. Send me a DM. Or post a message in the one-on-one channel or something. Because I'm not gonna remember, or I'm the names don't always translate from YouTube to Discord. So yeah, I'll try and get some one-on-ones done over the weekend, Saturday. So if you haven't had a one-on-one yet, make sure you get it done on Saturday, please. So we'll spend some time doing that stuff on Saturday. On the Saturday. That the Yep. Yeah, it's done a good job. Done a good job holding up after the what they did. CUSU is still on watch, guys. Resistance for DVLT at $1 here. CPOP, obviously that 120 was a problem. So at some point, if it can push back there, that would be nice. PEPG really needs to break above that, 610 and close above it. Not crazy long candles like that though, like a consistent close. LAC is just, $7. Every time you look at LAC, it's gonna be at $7. And then I'm holding SM. Let me know if you have any last questions, guys. We're gonna hop off in a minute. So let me know if you have any last questions. Again, smash the like, hit that subscribe, and come join us in Discord. Should you cash out? So you're in SMTK at $2.12. You're in at 212. What are you cashing out of? So let me take a look here. Yeah, you can already see the problem here, Matt. Right? You can see that problem, right? So there's a reason why we put this line up there, right? And it looks like this line wasn't put there today, right? So you can see that daily chart, right? This goes back all the way to last year. Last year, this level at 210 has been a problem. So 210, and then 230. So that's a bit of an interesting spot that you got in at. You can see that supply zone there, right? Then the supply zone just basically went from 210 to 230, right? They're like, hey, we don't know what to do. We're just going to put a supply zone there. So again, you getting in right there is a bit suspicious. Um, yeah, this is the right stock, right? Yeah, when you said cash out, I thought I was about to look at some nice gains, Ahmad. Some nice gains, SMTK, but no. Um, the volume is super light. It's 150,000 shares, right? Like this thing has no volume at all. So you must have bought this thing a while ago. You most likely did. Yeah, you have to. You had to have bought this thing like September, beginning of September is when you bought this thing because that's the last time it had a run. You most likely FOMO into this resistance, right? So for now, we're coming back up with a little bit of volume. I probably just put a stop loss right below $2 and hope that it doesn't break. Alrighty. Nicole, welcome to the community. Welcome, 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 welcome. Yeah, September 2nd is when you got in because that's the only time we went above 210 to 230 and then crashed, right? Because that level is resistance. So you kind of bought it at resistance. Always look at that daily for a second, especially if you're going to hold it. If it goes to 230, get rid of it, right? Or if it's a breaking down, get rid of it because it's already resistance. Because you held this thing all the way down to $1.30, right? That's unacceptable. You know what to do, Ahmed, right? So I think this is why you're struggling with some of those because you're letting it go to the abyss. Don't make me find you. I know where you live. Okay. If we break below $2 and you're in at 210, 212, get rid of it because you know it's resistance. Nicole, welcome to the community. This is your invite link at the bottom of the chat. So click that invite link and follow the steps in the Getting Started channel. For the new stock tomorrow, watch the onboarding video, Thomas. We're going to be in Stock General Legend already. The very first days of hot trades. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, Imad, yeah, just now you know better though, right? So no more bags, please. Especially bags that go from 230 to $1.30, right? No more bags. Dude, did someone tag me somewhere? Is I moving like a? Oh yeah, but there you go. Yeah, DVLT looks good. It's just really slow, right? Like breakouts, but super, super slow. Super, super slow. CYCU is still looking good, guys. Right? It really just needs to break above that resistance at the top there. Really, really needs to break above. And if it does, then cook it. I posted that chart in the posted that chart in the wrong channel. Don't want to be posting like random charts in there. Jay, that's okay. That's okay. I appreciate it if you smash a like. Thank you. I appreciate that. Na. Hmm. Alrighty, y'all. Again, let me know if you have any last questions. I keep asking. Smash a like before you go if you haven't already. A whole bunch of you haven't. That's okay. But yeah, smash a like if you haven't. And then if you want to join us in Discord, click that link at the bottom. Who Who have you? Who gave you this list of music? Ah, but yeah. So click the link at the bottom of the chat from Nightbot if you want to join us in Discord, and we'll hop off in a minute here. Alrighty. Any last questions? This is like the stream. Sometimes when you listen to like you know copyright free music, it has to be rubbish. Sometimes. I don't mind these. I don't mind this playlist though. Some of the songs are a bit suspicious, but yeah, C-pop is trying to come back here. Trying to come back. So see if it closes above $2, and then we can look for that 220 again. You have no taste in music. It's copyright music, Dan. Copyright. That's why. I have too many issues with music. Like sometimes I find some like a playlist that's copyright, it sounds nice. Then I play the damn thing, and then it's like, okay, we have an issue. Uh, then I have to go in and edit it. So that's why like I'm so reluctant to like play other music. William, what's your question? Which color Lambo? What does new high of the day stand for? I answered the question with the bot announcement. So new high of the day, right? And then the other one is new. So new session high. NSH is new session high, which means pre-market is a session, after hours is a session, regular hours are a session. So it's not quite hitting highs of the day; it's hitting session highs, right? So and then what else? Yeah. What else do we have? What other things do we have here? I think that should be it for the most part. Should be it. There's a video that explains that to you somewhere. And then CTH is cost to borrow, right? Cost to borrow for the shorts. Uh, uh, yeah, that's about it. That is about it. Oh, what did Dan post now? Lord have mercy. Property of, yeah, that's funny, Dan. Hunk if you unbelievable. Unbelievable. You talk about supply zone. What is it? Watch the video, KT. Go watch the video that talks about the algo. It's the last video in the new trader education section. Don't make me find you. I will find you. We did the class. We said everybody watch it, right? If you're not sure what a supply zone is, the red zone, the demand zone, the green zone. If you're not sure what that is, go watch the video. There's like an hour-long class that explains every single thing that you see on the screen, right? Go watch it. What's a stock? uh, CYCU looks like at some point it wants to test that top again, but we'll see. Yeah. KT, I just answered your question. Anyways, we're going to leave it here for the day, guys. Much love all. Have a wonderful rest of the day. Be safe. Don't give back those gains, please. And we'll continue in Discord. Alrighty? Again, much love. Lull just means like we're bouncing, we're coming out of a period of like sideways price action, TMAC. Right? Like we were going sideways and now we're popping a little bit. We're not quite at the highs, not no highs. We're trying to bounce from the bottom. Virus. Let's go. Be kind to each other, please. Again, much love, everybody. Bye for now. Bye bye. Do, 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 do.